T. McCluskey presents Arcade Talk live stream. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Arcade Talk. I think this is episode 8, I do believe. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Sam. Welcome, SJ. Welcome, Goofyfoot. Welcome, Carl O. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are having a great night. Papabrad, how you doing, Papa
Hey,
Brad?
what's happening? What's happening? Good to be here. Live stream. What's happening?
What's going on? What's up, Common Sense? Okay, guys, we're all talking about pinball tonight. Hopefully, you guys like pinball.
Yeah,
Brad,
for
do you
sure.
like pinball?
Oh my God, I'm a massive pinball fan. I'll go to a convention and I will spend like 3 days doing nothing but playing pinball. I mean, I love real pinball. I like virtual pinball. Huge fan of pinball. I mean, I think the arcade thing, kind of like when you go to the conventions, you get into pinball because you get the opportunity to play so many of them. The opportunity for most people is not there really to play a bunch of pinball tables, but when you go to an arcade expo, all of a sudden you get exposed to all the great pinball machines that are out there. And the thing with going to arcade expos and conventions is that the people that bring the machines are the people that are like super fans. It's kind of like the hot rod thing. It's like they have pinball machines when you go to these things that are in better shape than back in the day when you played them, because the people that own them really care about it. They restore them, they get them like in top shape, and they bring them to these pinball things, and it's fun. So that's how I got into pinball. I was originally just into arcade games, but after going to like Southern Fried Gaming and some other events like the Houston Arcade Expo, I just really fell in love with pinball. It's great, real pinball, mechanical pinball. And then when I got into mechanical pinball, it was a very friendly community, and like I got to play with a lot of people that play pinball. They were all like, you got to play virtual to learn the rules. So I got into this stuff called VPX, virtual pinball. Yeah. And there's a whole community that makes these tables basically for free, that run the arcade ROMs, the actual ROMs that the pinball machines actually really run with simulation, and you can actually learn all the rules to play the real pinball. So when you go to a pinball event, then all of a sudden it changes the game because you kind of know like the rules of the table, and every table has different rules with pinball, but like knowing like what shot you want to make, I mean that makes the game a lot of fun.
I guess there is different rules because there's different things you got to do in that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, generally, like most pinballs, they'll light up where you have to shoot,
Right.
But like a lot of the games, really, they have very deep rule sets, and you really don't realize it till you play them a lot. So that's kind of how I got into virtual pinball too. Like after I went to the real event, like I played with a bunch of people that were real into pinball, and they were all like, "Yeah, you can play these games electronically for free. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's like, oh, you got to do all the heavy lifting, You gotta like basically build the tables almost. Like the stuff is out there, but it's like, I think it might be more friendly now, but at the time it was kind of like you just had to kind of search stuff out, kind of like the MAME community, MAME was that way too.
Yeah, but, true.
What's up, Goofyfoot? What's up, Sam?
I know there's arcades out there, or pinballs I played, man. Some of them were pretty rough in the arcade back in the day.
Yeah.
One couple bars I went into had some, man, they were pretty rough too. They just didn't take care of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't ever do any maintenance, and they just get beat the hell out of. And then like half the stuff on the pinball machine doesn't work anymore. Yeah. And that's the thing about going to like arcade expos. The people that bring them really have a love. It's like their passion. It's like I said, it's really a lot like the hot rod community. I mean, I've played like Adam's Family machines that look like they rolled off the factory floor, and it's like, man, how do they do that? It's got to be a ton of work,
I know there's parts out there, man, because I've been on websites that sell all those parts individually.
Yeah, it's intense.
I got something new today.
Okay, let's check it out.
Not related to pinball, but as you guys anybody who's been on my channel for a while, you see my Mr. Do back there. Doesn't have a bezel. I finally got my bezel today. Actually,
oh man, let's check it out. Wow. Well, that looks nice. That looks nice.
Now this is custom made from T. McCluskey. This came out of my somewhat out of my head. This is not a Mr. Do bezel you would never see.
That's not the actual arcade bezel, but the graphics are from the arcade game.
Yeah, but you never seen a bezel from Mr. Do? It was just a bunch of lines, different color lines.
Just a bunch of lines. That's pretty cool, though.
Now they did have this instruction card that was on there, but it was nothing like this.
Yeah, I would love to see iiRcade get Mr. Do. Like, that should be something they should go after. Mr. Do's a good classic game. I think it would be great for them to get that game. It's wasn't it made by Universal?
Yeah. Yep. They have 3 games. They have Mr. Do, Mr. Do Castle, and Mr. Do. Yeah, the guy that did this, if anybody's interested,
what's Mr. Do's Wild Ride? What is that? Is that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Wild Ride.
So that's another game, isn't that's 4 games, huh?
4 games, yeah. I forgot about Wild Ride. That came out older. What was I gonna say?
You know what iiRcade has that people always forget they have is Burger Time. They've got actually the actual Deco cassette version of Burger Time, the actual one of the the actual arcade game, and it's actually very authentic. But I love Burger Time. Do you like that game?
That game's so damn hard, man.
Yeah, no, I love Burger Time.
I mean, I like it, but it's so hard.
Yeah.
But I want to let people know, if anybody ever wants any custom graphics, go to BD Graphics on Etsy. And I gave him my design, what I wanted it to be look like. I mean, this came out exactly what I gave him.
It looks clean.
It's $45. That's it. It's clean, and it's technology has a bubble thing in the thing, so it lets the air out, so there will be no bubbles when you put this on.
Okay, that's a vinyl sticker.
Yeah, and he's the same person that did my decals on my Mr. Do on the side art. They go on really easy. There's no air bubbles because they have the little holes. And $45, and it's custom.
Well, that's gonna look nice. That's gonna look nice. You know the part that I would always be afraid of is like when you have to actually cut out where the monitor is. Like you have to cut that out manually with like an X-Acto. I take it, huh?
No, they did it for me.
Oh, it's already cut out.
Yeah,
that's sweet. That's sweet because I was thinking you'd have to cut that middle part out. It's already cut out for you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I can feel the ridge.
Okay, that's really nice then. Yeah, that's a huge. I was thinking you would have to cut that out, but if you don't have to cut that out, that's even better.
Yep, don't have to cut it out. $45. They did that. All you had to do is give them your idea, the dimensions you need, and they'll keep working with you. Like because at first they didn't have exactly what I wanted, so I tell them, hey, can you do this color a little different and do this? Send another rendering. And they'll keep sending you renderings until it's perfect for what you want, and then they'll make it for you, and then they'll charge you $45. Man, you can't beat that.
Yeah, it's custom art,
and it's quality decals too. They're not thin; it's thick. It's really nice. I don't know why I didn't think of them before. They're the ones helped me with my Mr. Do side art when I was doing it originally. I didn't think at all about the bezel until last week. I was like, it's like I got back to DB Graphics.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I reached out to him like, oh yeah, give us the dimensions, give us what your idea is, and I did it, and bam. I mean, it took him. I think I started talking to him last Wednesday or Tuesday. The final rendering was Saturday, and then I actually got it yesterday, Wednesday. So it was a week process. That's it. They ship it out so fast.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. We got our Common Sense 200 says, I'm surprised there are not enough things in arcade to talk about. We're going to talk some about home arcade stuff, right?
Yeah.
We just talked about Burger Time. That's an arcade game.
What Goofy's supposed to say? I'd never bring a cabinet to a show after watching how people play. I would be.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'm standing right next to it, man.
Yeah,
hey, you're hitting that button too hard.
Yeah. I mean, it's industrial stuff. I mean, it should be able to hold up. I mean, and generally, like I said, the machines when they bring them are in a lot better shape than like even what an arcade that you would go to would have, because most of the people have them in their homes. A lot of collectors bring stuff, and there's a lot of trading, buying, and selling that goes on too. Like the best place to buy a pinball machine, I'm just gonna be honest. If Papa Brad was to buy a pinball machine tomorrow, I wouldn't buy it at an auction. I wouldn't buy it from a private owner. I'd go to an arcade expo with cash, lots of it, and buy my machine there because they have tons of machines for sale. And the best part is you can play them. They're on the show floor for 3 days usually when you go to these things, and you can play them and make sure you know what you're buying, what you're getting into, you know. But I think that's the best way to buy a pin. I've seen a lot of good deals on pinball go at arcade expos, and I watch these streams. And I'm like, man, why are these people? Why are they paying so much? Why are they paying for an auction fee and everything? You know, just go to some arcade expos. You know, that's a place to go to get one.
So, can you negotiate when you're there?
Absolutely.
I see,
it's like,
I see they have a price. They didn't know if that was set or if they'll work with you.
yeah, usually it's like just private owners. A lot of, but the thing is that when they go, they have to leave it on the floor for the time for the show, and then the last day you just take it home with you if you want it. You know.
I imagine some of those people.
You know, I kind of kick myself. This is what the first time I went to an arcade expo, the theme was Centipede, and I could have got like a perfect full size arcade Centipede for like $500.
Wow.
I mean, it was immaculate. I mean, it was nice, and but you know, I drive a Honda Insight. You're not putting any arcade cabs in that thing, you know.
How you gonna get that home?
Car, you know, yeah. How am I gonna get that home? So, but you know. But it's great, you know. It's a great hobby. I mean, I like the, you know, pinball. Playing real pinball is fun, and you know, I don't need to own the machines. I would rather go to places and support places that have real pinball machines, you know. But if I was like a baller, if I had a lot of money, I would probably be buying pinballs. But
those things are
that kind of
cheap.
money. Yeah, and you know, it's retro ones. You're talking probably anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000. You know, new ones you can spend anywhere from, you know, 8,000 to 15 grand on a pinball, one machine. You know.
Yeah, I got some prices here.
Cheaper. How many times can you play? Think about that. For 15 grand, how many times could you go somewhere and play that machine? A lot.
Yeah.
You could camp out somewhere and play for days and still, you know. And the thing I like about playing games on location is, you know, if they break, you know, it's not your problem, you know. All you got to do is supply the money to play it, you know, or the free play charge, you know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, do you ever, common sense, did you ever play, what was it, Pegley? Did you ever hear that game?
Peggle?
I never heard of that.
No, never.
Peggle?
Yeah, there is a game on iiRcade called Peggle. I don't really play it. It's like a game where you rotate like these pegs and the ball falls down. I don't really play it much.
Oh, is that what it is?
I see SJ Miola is asking me a question. Do I have an Atari 7800? No, I keep getting cheated. Every time I think I'm going to get one, it like slips right through my hands, you know? I would love to get a 7800, but I've never found the right deal and the right time to get it. But I have like 4 2600s, you know?
4.
And speaking of 2600s, man, I want to recommend this game. This is a great game. I bet you Carl Lowe wanted this game too. If you haven't checked this one out, it's on AtGames. Check out my camera. I got this thing now. Look how nice it focuses. Isn't that cool? Look how sharp that is. And this is a game called Frostbite. This is on the AtGames Legends Ultimate. If you have an AtGames product, they have the Activision pack. This game is so fun. It's kind of reminds me of Q*bert. It's like you hop on these little things of ice, and it builds an igloo. And you got to build the igloo before you freeze to death. But when you go up, and once the igloo is built, you go up to the top, and there's a polar bear that tries to eat you. So you have to get in the igloo. But this game is cool. Frostbite. Check this one out. It's an Activision game. I've actually been playing this. You know what I just played this on? You're going to laugh. What do you think I would have played this Atari cart? Now, I could plug it in my Atari right next to me. You can see my Atari right over there. Got Junior Pac-Man going. What do you think I just played this on? You're going to laugh. The AtGames Pinball. And it was freaking amazing. I played this Frostbite game on the pinball.
Really?
Yeah, because you can play anything. Like the AtGames, all the stuff works. It's like a system. So like I actually could play the Activision game on the pinball and have like a joystick with it. It was so much fun. But yeah, check out this. This is my recommendation for this week. My classic Atari is going to be Frostbite. This is a fantastic game. If you haven't checked this one out, check it out. It's worth playing.
I think I remember that when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. But I never played it, though. Kind of reminds me of a little bit like Frogger, too.
Mm-hmm.
They spell Activision.
Oh, Activision? ACTIVISION.
They don't have anything. Where's my thing? There it is. Okay. Pego is kind of like a bust a move. Hey, did I miss the F&F? No, you didn't. I was waiting for you, Phil from PD7. Welcome to the stream.
PD7.
Hey, what's up, Dan Z?
Good to see you. Speaking of PD7, he has an amazing review he just dropped of the brand new Arcade 1-Up class of 1981. And I really enjoyed it. I watched it this morning. It was fantastic. Great video. Go subscribe to his channel. He's doing some really good content. I did a tribute to him as kind of a fun thing, almost as a joke. I did a walk and talk with papabrad. And, it's a lot of work. I was huffing and puffing. Yeah, man. I don't know how Phil does it, man. That guy is ripped. That guy works out. But big props, tribute to his channel. I had a lot of fun doing it. The thing with the Best Buy, like I went to a Best Buy to look for Arcade 1-Ups, and they didn't have any in stock, not even one. But like I had no idea that was that was not planned. I had no idea when I went in there what I was gonna find. Yeah. I was thinking if I saw the Mortal Kombat cab, I might come home with it. But it's fun, because you don't know what's gonna happen. And I just kind of went with it, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. And thank you for the inspiration, PD7. He does his walk and talks usually come out like on, I think, a Monday morning. He usually puts them up real late Sunday, like 4 in the morning or something. But on Monday, I have drive time, and I always watch them, and they're always good. So definitely check out PD7. It's got a great channel.
Hey, what's up, Firestarter? How's it going, Firestarter? Welcome to the stream.
It's having a Firestarter. He was on the iiRcadians a couple weeks back.
Yep. Walk and talk was the best, Papa Brad. Firestarter, what is happening? Okay, guys, here we go. I gotta do my little alert. That's right, we got an alert. We have an update.
Arcade 1-Up news.
Fast and Furious. Okay. Oh, share screen. Hopefully this is big enough. I don't know if it's big enough or not. I can't get any bigger.
Yeah, take the text off. What's up, Sam?
Oh yeah, take the text off.
The text box. The chat. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, I'm not all the way in.
Yeah.
To the stream rooms, I can't control anything.
Nope. Hey, can't get any bigger. Let's see. Whoop. There you go.
Cool.
A little bigger.
Better. Yeah.
Okay, so this is.
What are we looking at?
This is a bill of lading. It's from S2G LL East. I looked these guys up because they were somewhere. I found they were associated with Arcade 1-Up. So I just typed them in search, and I finally got into this bill of lading. That's what it is, bill of lading. Okay, so it even has a container number right there, and you got cargo number 1, and the description is arcade video games. There's a PO number. And that's the end.
Fast and the Furious arcade game. What?
There it is.
They're sneaking in the country.
It's in the country. They got the piece count on this one is 336.
They'll probably be at the Best Buy that PD7 shops at. Not my Best Buy here in Louisiana where I live, but maybe PD7's Best Buy will get it first.
And then if you go down further, you even had the length, the height, width, load status, seal, even had the seal number.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 40-foot general purpose container, and it came, of course, from China.
I hope
See,
so.
made in China. And then you go down here, and there's another container. What's it say in the description? Arcade video
Fast and
game.
Furious arcade game.
Fast and Furious arcade game.
336 units. That's
Another,
a lot
so
of Fast and Furious units.
Yeah, so there's 5 containers altogether.
Okay. So they're coming in the country.
They're already here. 336. I'll show you times 5. So right now they have 1,680 units in this, at least with this shipment, because there's 5 containers altogether. Like I said, this is cargo number 1, and then you have this cargo number here, what I'm on. Then you got this cargo one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 with this one.
Yeah, they each have what, 300? About 300 in each one. That's a lot.
336. And then up here at the very top, you have U.S. Customs records for S2G LLC East in Louisville, Kentucky. See their past imports. Blah blah blah.
Tastemakers. Yeah, that's Arcade 1-Up. That's them.
Including shipments from WF Tastemakers Trading Limited, based in China. And somewhere around here too, they did have Arcade 1-Up mentioned somewhere.
Yeah. Well, that's them, Tastemakers.
So you have here on the legend even shows the top trading partners with this S2G whatever. You have Tastemakers International, Gallimont whatever, WF Tastemakers Trading Limited, and then Rubber Road. So there you go, guys. It's actually in country. It's going to Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find where.
You think any are going to fall off the truck again and have leaks where people are getting them before they're available to the public, or you think they're actually going to make it to the destination without being
I think it'll make it to the destination.
You don't think there'll be any 5-finger discounts?
You never know.
You never know. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Yeah. Fast and Furious is here. It's headed to Kentucky, Louisville.
Well, that's cool.
So there's the proof. So there's no speculation anymore. It's actual concrete evidence right there.
There you go.
Because it says U.S. Custom Records, so it's actually here. And obviously that's what they're going to announce on April 20th.
That's cool.
Fast and Furious. So no more speculations. So
there you go.
Imagine we're going to have more shipments because, I mean, that's only, what I say, 1,600 total.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be having more than that. And I don't think they're going to limit it that much. Do you?
About 1,600, yeah.
Yeah, they 16. What is it? 1,680 right now with these 5 shipments. So there you go, guys. I might pre-order if optional.
That's awesome. So Firestarter, did you play Killer Instinct in a tournament? I'm just curious. Only way you can get Fast and Furious before Phil is to break in a factory in China. Yeah, that's probably true, Carl. That's probably true. Phil's been getting out the reviews first. That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get a Pac-Man Deluxe, but I'm waiting for a sale.
Class of 1981. Are they using an 8-way joystick on that? Like, how are they doing some of those games? Because aren't some of them 8 ways and some of them are 4-way? Must be using an 8-way joystick.
No problem. PD7. Nope. Thanks for the news. Going good. Firestarter. Brad, I just watched.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know if you were playing it or not. I have that cab, Killer Instinct. That's a good cab from Arcade 1-Up. You know the game I play on it the most though? You're gonna laugh. Guess what I play on Killer Instinct? Battletoads. Dude, I love Battletoads. Yeah. That's all I play on that. I mean, it would have been better for me if it was themed Battletoads. I love Battletoads. Battletoads is great. It's a good beat 'em up. It's so much fun.
8-bit or 16-bit?
Plays good. I play the arcade version, of course, the arcade Battletoads.
Is that the 8-bit?
It plays really good on the Killer Instinct cab. It's a long beat 'em up too, man. It takes a while to get through it. Sam says he wants Class of 81 and Fast and Furious.
Hey, what's up?
Battletoads is a good game.
2.4. Oh, 2.4. Okay.
Yeah.
Only thing you
What's
missed is
happening?
only thing you missed was I showed Bill Lading for Fast and Furious. It's actually here in the United States, and it's going to Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, of all places.
I saw a video from I think Bobby earlier today. Something about a Battle of Sarah build. What's that about? To Die For? He has a lot of arcades. He does a lot of modding. Have you checked out his channel? He's got a great channel.
No, I have not yet.
He's like the king of mods. You got to go check it out. He's got all kind of cool. He's got an amazing collection of arcades that he has.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Bobby Vu. Respect.
Yep.
He's always doing good stuff for the community.
I definitely will check you out. To Die For. Feels like an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what Phil was talking about.
Did you watch the Arcade 1-Up show that they had?
I watched it yesterday.
It's called Arcade 1-Up Update. What's the show's called? Name again? The Arcade 1-Up Update? Is that the name of the show?
I think that's all it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
They kind of hinted at like them having an 80s cab without actually saying what it was, you know?
I think it's Qbert.
You think it's Qbert? Yeah. I mean, like, why would they not do? Here's my thing. Why would you not do Qbert? You know, like, it's a super recognizable property and character. You know, I mean, everyone knows. Like, you know, you could show the average person a picture of Qbert, and they'll say that's Qbert. You know, you can't do that. You can't do that with Sinistar. You could show someone a picture of Sinistar, and they would say, "Yeah, that's Iron Maiden." You know, they wouldn't know what that is. They wouldn't know what the Sinistar main boss was, the average person, but the average person will know what Qbert is. That's my point is, like, if they want to get in Walmart and places like that, you got to have stuff that everyone knows, you know?
Now, when they mentioned, if anybody goes, watch the Arcade 1-Up stream or not, if you go back where they talked about Qbert, I forget why it was brought up, but all of a sudden, John D started coughing really loud. And dropped his fire stick thing.
Yeah, it's a special pipe.
It's almost like stop talking. So
yeah,
I think it might be Qbert. Hey, what's up,
Qbert? You think that was a hint? You never know. You never know. You never know.
Go look back at his expressions and stuff.
You never know.
Because I was thinking right then, I was like, I bet it's Qbert because the way John D was acting. That's my opinion on that. Okay, let's talk about some pinball.
Yeah. You know, I just wish they would make Tekken. Oh, wait, I have Tekken.
You already got it, so.
Yeah, I got all the Tekkens. That plays all of them.
Who makes Tekken?
Is that Namco or Temco? It's one of them. Is it Namco?
Well, they should be able to get Tekken then.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't done Tekken. Like, what's the holdup? I mean, like, they should do Tekken 1, 2, and 3 in one cab.
There you go. Got 3 games.
Boom. Who wouldn't buy that? I mean, like, if you're a fan of 90s fighters, I mean, Tekken 1, 2, and 3, all the arcade games, that seems like that'd be a home run. I mean, maybe the licensing is hard to get. I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, Julian. One thing was, what was going to think? Lost my train of thought. Can't remember what it was. Oh, well. I'll think about it later.
Oh, do you think they're going to release a new Atari cab that's going to be Missile Command themed? Here's the rumors I heard. I heard Qbert is one rumor. I heard re-releasing the Partycade Defender in 3/4. But, you know, if they said it was going to be a new title they hadn't done, so that should eliminate that. Okay.
I think it's Qbert, man.
And then, you know, there were other rumors that they're going to do a Missile Command Atari cab. And
that wouldn't be a
what
bad
do you
one.
think about that idea? Like them theming it to Missile Command, you know, like the Tempest cab, but theming it to Missile Command.
You're always welcome, Council fanboy. What's up, Council fanboy? You're always welcome. So tired, so hard, Phil. Anyway, you know those 4 little blackout cabinets. Did you watch Michael B?
Yeah,
about the 4 little cabinets they had for the April 20th. Somebody matched up 3 of the cabs. to those outlines. One was Cubert, one was Missile Command. I forget what the other one was.
Okay.
So did they do that on purpose, or that's just?
Is that a troll? Probably. Who knows?
Yeah. Was it done on purpose, or was it just random?
Yeah, only time will tell. Now, New Wave Toys does do that. They do show a black outline of the actual machine that they're releasing.
Yeah,
that's New Wave Toys. That's not Arcade 1-Up. So I don't know.
Command. Hey, what's up, Thor? KC Missile Command was on Tempest, so it's not really a new '80s game. I still think it's Cubert.
Yeah, well, they haven't done a Missile Command cabinet though, as far as having a cabinet at all. I still don't know why they just don't do Defender and Stargate and like do that. They do that whole Partycade. I mean, all you got to do Stargate is add one button. I mean, it's like keep the Defender Partycade controls, add the button for the Inviso, and you got get the licensing for Stargate. But Defender and Stargate are like for people that are hardcore into arcade games. Those are games people like to play that are old school gamers. You know.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask. What year did Fast and Furious come out? The one that they're going to do, or they are doing. You know what year that released in the arcades?
I'm not sure. It's a pretty modern game.
Is it 2004?
It probably is because I think the real arcade game runs a PC in it, doesn't it?
Does it really? And they're actually doing that one, huh?
Yeah.
Phil would know. Hey, Phil, when did Fast and Furious come out? So, John D was talking yesterday about not being able to do 90 games, but they're doing a 2004 one.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense. If you can do a 2004, you can't do a 90s?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate your help. Great review so far. Okay, yeah. Thor KC says July 28th, 2004. So, yeah. So, John D saying, we can't do 90s.
So 2000s.
You can't do 90 games because, it needs lots of power and all that. Well, how can you do a 2004 one then? Doesn't that one have more power? I don't know. We never see Baby Yoda anymore. Must be busy filming. Look, there's Baby Yoda behind me.
He's too busy hanging out with Jack Black and
he's right there.
Yeah. Baby Yoda's right there. There you go.
I got another one up on my Dragon's Lair. You can't quite see him though.
Cool.
I don't have my thing right. I'm guessing 99 or 2004. Thor KC said 2004. I was looking up earlier today too, and that's what I saw was the first one was 2004. I didn't realize they made so many Fast and Furious games.
Yeah,
I thought it was just one.
Have you played that game, Fast and Furious?
No,
it's kind of crazy.
I was already in the military and stuff, so I didn't have access to arcade machines anymore. Okay, we're gonna get into pinball.
And the Mando last night. Who? Jack Black?
Yeah,
I like Jack Black. I think he was cool. It was unusual. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Idiocracy. Because like the whole plot was like that people got so dumb because machines do everything for them that they can't do anything anymore. So they need other outsiders to come in and do things.
Carl scared away.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm along for the journey with The Mandalorian. It's kind of been hit and miss for me this season, but I'll wait till it's over to give a final judgment. But it's been kind of hit and miss. Yeah.
I haven't watched any of them. I always wait till the series is over so I can watch.
I love like the Jack Black like Nacho Libre. That movie was awesome. And School of Rock, stuff like that. I like that. He's a good. He can be a very good comedic actor.
Yeah, I was in the Army from.
Idiocracy is a great movie. It's one of my faves.
I was in the Army from 88 to 91. Longest 3 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
They did not like me. I had opinions. I asked questions.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. They wanted me out of that fucking place so freaking bad.
Yeah, it's like Forrest Gump said. It's like what did he say? Did he say when he joins the Army, he's like, "What is your job?" He's like, "Whatever you tell me to do."
Yeah, that's not me. That wasn't me, man.
Whatever you say.
Do that. I'm like, it's like, I argue it all the time. You know, go do that stuff. Not you coming with me to help me? I'm not going to do it by myself. Hey, go shoot that dude over there. Why? What'd he do? He didn't do it. He didn't do a damn thing. Yeah, they just want you to. Yes, sir. I'm not that person. They forced me out, man. They said you're going to get Article 15 or you're leaving. Pick the two. Of course, I left. It just wasn't for me. If I went to the Air Force or something, it might have been different, man. But the Army would just suck. It was terrible. I do not recommend going to the military.
Sam says there's only 3 pinball tables in his town. Well, you know, the thing that's great is nowadays you can do virtual pinball too. You can have them all at your house. You know, you can get a machine like the AtGames Legends pinball. And you can play literally hundreds of tables, and then you can get virtual pinball on there too. So really, you know, pinball is more accessible as far as if you just want to learn how to play the games than ever. You know, you got you know, virtual pinball now, and then I think pinball is kind of in a renaissance. It's kind of being revitalized. It's coming back. You know, I think it's becoming popular and hip again. I think people are really liking pinball. You know, not just Stern, but there's some new companies too, like Spooky, that are making pinball. You know, so I think it's a good time. Definitely the AtGames Legends pinball, though. You can actually, there's 2 different things you can do. You can actually buy the pinballs from AtGames, which are really fun, and that's really effortless. You just pick out which ones you want, and they have different packs you can get. They all play really good. I just did a review on the green eggs and ham table for the AtGames Legends pinball.
I want to show that video.
Yeah, let's show it. Do you have it?
Yeah. I had something else set up, but
okay, well we can go whatever way you want to go.
Let's do it. Is that loud enough? Good.
Let's start by checking out this awesome promo video that AtGames sent out for the.
It's a pretty cool promo.
Yeah.
What's this?
I am Sam. Sam, I am.
Can't wait to play these tables with my grandkids and see what they think of these tables, because I think they're pretty cool.
Hey, where'd we go? Would you like some green eggs and ham?
No, not today. Rather something unique in every way.
Now, what uses flippers and you play in the fall? That's right, you guessed it. It's pinball.
It's pinball.
Hey, Sam, I am.
I'll show some video of me playing these games on a machine.
The table looks awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's really a lot of fun.
Even has a green ball. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like the green eggs and ham. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's awesome. I like it.
I really enjoyed my AtGames Legends pinball, and it's going to be cool to check these packs out. I'm going to start by talking about green eggs and ham. If you followed my channel at all, you know papabrad is a massive fan of real pinball.
There's some of my pinball tours I've been on.
I have a great pinball video that shows a lot of the awesome tables I've experienced.
That's my Legends pinball right there.
And here we go in Papa Vision, showing
Papa Vision.
gameplay.
Yep.
Double play.
Green eggs and ham. Brand new pinball.
This shows the table in action.
Available for download in the Dr. Seuss Pinball Pack 2.
And this is running on the actual AtGames hardware. So this is not using a PC to run this table. This is running directly off the machine.
Nice.
Doesn't make me play any better, but this is a fun table. I've been playing it a lot more, and I'm starting to learn it. You can actually, if you can spell motor, see that part in the middle where it says motor? The little car will move, and you can go to the higher level, the extra tables like above you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Once again, those
Pretty cool table.
They are very treacherous. The green ball.
Yeah, the green ball's cool.
some nice ramps. It's got ramps everywhere.
I like ramps.
This is a table that you
Yeah, this one is really good.
to play it well. There definitely are some shots you don't want to make. No. Oh my goodness.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't help me play any better, but I had fun playing.
This game is based on the classic book by Dr. Seuss. You're trying to get Sam I Am to try the green eggs in ham.
Carlo says, I got 2 ALP. I am at Games Super Show.
Yeah, AtGames stuff's great. I have pretty much almost everything they have. I mean, I have the pinball. I have 2 of the Legends Ultimates arcades. I've got a gamer, which is like a joystick, and I got a pro, which is like a joystick with 2 joysticks on it.
Oh, now I see the motor.
Yeah. If you spell motor.
In there. These 2 little baby stubby flippers. I do like the little round. I like the little loop around.
Yeah, the loops, the little orbits are fun on this table.
The train ramp that goes around.
I've been to the Pinball Hall of Fame in Las Vegas. That's an amazing place. It's a great place to play pinball.
You have 2 upper play fields, which a lot like the Cat in the Hat.
And
I really didn't get to play on them much.
yeah, Goofyfoot says these tables are nice, but I wish they could use more of a character voice on them. I feel like I'm being read to by an old librarian.
Oh, yeah, I heard it.
Played this game. What do you use this table?
So why didn't they use like a Dr. Seuss voice? They probably couldn't.
I'm not sure. Like, I know that if they were using the cartoon, they'd probably have to pay for licensing if they use the cartoon.
Yeah.
So over Cat in the Hat on this one, but I'm looking forward to playing.
Like the Grinch That Stole Christmas, if they would have gotten the cartoon, that would have been amazing. But that would have probably been a whole separate license, you know?
Probably, yeah.
Progress through this game where I can the whole story mode. This is a pretty fun
Yeah,
table.
I want to get out to Las Vegas. I gotta get these out there once. Never been out there. There's a Pac-Man.
Yeah, this is the Dr. Seuss ABC table. Now, this one's a little different. What you got to do on this one is you basically spell out the alphabet. And this really reminds me of a lot of the classic pinball games, like a lot of the games that are card themed. Like they had like jacks to open, and you actually have to like put the cards in order, you know. And this is a lot like that. You're just doing the alphabet.
C is the next pinball table I want to talk about.
Sister Mary Elephant.
You can see like how good the lighting effects are, though. You saw the way the lighting just scrolled; it just rolled across the table and everything.
You spell out the alphabet.
Yep.
You have to make your way through.
And I know AtGames is working on a 4K pinball right now. So I mean, most of these tables they're probably going to have a lot of 4K versions of these same tables.
Through the stages.
I would imagine since they did all this work on them.
So what is this, 1080?
I think it's 1080. It's definitely a really good picture. The play field is great. Now the back box could have been bigger, in my opinion, but it's good. It's good for like what it is. But the play field on the AtGames Legends pinball is great. Really looks nice. It's got real glass on the top. That's a real glass. It's not plexi.
Arcade 1-Up used plexi?
Yeah. Actually, I had the arcade 1-Up. I had the Attack from Mars, but I didn't keep it. I just had it for about 3 or 4 months.
Each stage has different objectives.
1080p is what the screen resolution is. It looks good. It runs smooth too. They did a great job for their first generation pinball. AtGames did a good job. I can't wait to see where they go next because they have a lot of feedback from the community on what to do. I think the next version is going to be amazing.
You said that might come out this year?
Don't know. I know they're working on it. I know it's like pretty far in development right now.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Thank you. Thank you for showing it.
Yeah, no problem.
Definitely check out, if you're thinking about getting like a home pinball machine, you want to have kind of a jack of all trades, one machine that kind of does a lot of stuff. You can't go wrong with AtGames because you can buy games from the store, and then you can actually use a PC and you can play virtual pinball through it, which is great. You got 2 different platforms that you can play on it. But that's the thing with AtGames. It's like it does a lot, but you have to learn a lot. You know what I mean? It's like they're the NASA. Like it'll do a lot, but you also have to learn a lot. It's like getting the tables from AtGames is like easy mode. Like you just basically buy them and they appear on your machine, just like iiRcade. But like getting virtual pinball, VPX to run, you pretty much have to roll your sleeves up and figure it all out.
Dang.
But it works,
Hey, what's up, Gray? Welcome to stream, man. Do you need lightsaber videos lately? Yeah, Carlos at 1080.
What's happening, Thor? Yeah. Thor KC's here. Good to see you. Vegas is fun.
I wonder if they made a pinball machine with oxygen and not included. Oh no, I was thinking that game. Batteries not included, or that movie. Remember that movie? Those little aliens. Batteries not included. Yeah, that's what they meant. Sorry, common sense. No oxygen not included. Pre-order summer nod for 4K. Oh, so Carl said this summer pre-orders. What do you think of that, papabrad?
Oh, pre-orders, yeah. In summer, they're talking about taking pre-orders, yeah. We don't know the prices or anything. It's all kind of like still up in the air.
Well, summer's coming, man. It's April, so
not
a couple
too
months.
Far away, yeah.
Like June or July, maybe. Got to feel I am normally a very positive person, but I am also positive. The collectorcade is hot garbage.
I think AtGames is going to be doing a lot, like for like people that are into virtual pinball. Like I'm into virtual pinball. I really like pinball a lot. So like I'll probably have to get the new AtGames pinball. Honestly, it's one of my more played machines that I own. It's my Legends pinball. I really enjoy it. It's very good for the money and what you get.
Okay, since you had Arcade 1-Ups, Attack of Mars, and it's AtGames, which one's better? I can't say with a big face.
Yeah, come on. I mean, yeah.
Well, you surprised me and say, yeah, it was actually Attack from Mars.
Yeah. I think I literally, like, when the guy drove away with it in his truck, I think I danced a jig, literally. I literally did a dance. I don't know. Like, I'm probably the wrong buyer, though. Like, I love pinball. Like, and when I got the Attack from Mars pinball, I saw everything that's wrong with it. Like, like when you can't nudge the machine and it doesn't do anything, like, it takes away, like, the skill element of pinball is that you can actually push the machine and nudge the ball a little bit one way or another,
Right.
So the nudge didn't work. And then here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. Arcade 1-Up, it's always something. But here's the worst part. On the machine I had, the Attack from Mars pinball, they did something wrong with the plexiglass. And there were actually these little lines in the plexiglass.
What?
Like little lines of distortion. I mean, I can't believe they had even passed through their hands without them like recalling it.
I can.
And I got the machine, and I was like, what's wrong? Was my screen bad? Because it always looked like there was lines in the screen. And then what it was the cheap plexiglass they used or the supplier they used. It had defects in the plexiglass, and it made the picture warp when you looked at it underneath it. So, like, you could take the plexiglass off, and it looked better.
What if they fixed that?
They did some things right. Like if I was to say, like, the best machine would have been if they would have combined the AtGames with the Arcade. What Arcade 1-Up did right is the dimensions were better. It was square like a real pinball machine. I like the solenoids better than the vibration stuff they have on the AtGames. It's garbage. Like,
oh, wow.
I immediately muted that. All the feedback, the force feedback stuff that AtGames has is garbage, in my opinion. This is my opinion, but I don't like it. But the solenoids would have been better, but the shape of the pinball was good for Arcade 1-Up. The graphics were good. And the table choices, like the licenses they got, were fantastic, But you can have a top 5 pinball, and if it's not executed well, like it's almost worse because the people that are fans of pinball like me, when you play it, you just see every single defect when you're playing it, you know, and it makes it hard to play for me, you know, because like I kind of know how to play the game a little bit, so like it's I don't expect it to be arcade or like real machine perfect, but you know, I expect it to be a simulation where it's approximately like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there were too many things that
Gotta be close
against the arcade one. Yeah, I did like the way it looked. It looked good.
It's Carl O said $8.99 for the ALU, then 4K $12.99.
Yeah, well, for a 4K pinball, that's pretty reasonable.
Is it?
It is. It seems like a lot, but I mean, you know, you can spend $4,000 on a pinball. That's a virtual pinball, you know, for a 4K pinball.
Yeah. Is it going to be a different theme? Do you know, or is it going to be like what they have now?
I don't know.
Hopefully, a bigger screen on the back.
Yeah, I know the back glass is going to be bigger for sure.
It is okay.
And the screen, I think the play field is going to be the same size, but in 4K instead of 1080p. The play field, though, the play field is perfect on the Legends pinball. The play field, and that's really what you look at mostly when you're playing. The play field it really nailed that. It's perfect, and it has the glass top, which makes a big difference. The problem with AtGames is it's too low. Like if you play real pinball a lot, because like the way they made the cab, it's tilted at the top, and it's not high enough. Like if you play real pinball, the machine sits low to me, very low.
Yeah.
Like quite a bit, but I don't know. I mean, I do play it a lot. It's a good machine. Like for a multi-pin kind of virtual pinball, I think AtGames is doing a good job. And I like that they're always like they have a lot of tables you can pick from right now to pick from. You know, they've got tables from Taito. They've got Zen. They've got what is it? They got like some different ones, like a natural history pack with like dinosaurs and like it's cool. They got a lot of good tables. I have every table. I've gotten every table for the AtGames pinball. Once again, like because they released them in small batches, like I've just bought them as they came out. But I like it. It just has a ton of choice. You've got some classic pinballs in there, all the way going back to like the electromechanical ones that make like the bell and whistle type sounds when you play them, you know?
Yeah. So there it is. There's $7.99 now. So I guess the new one's going to be $100.
You can see what I'm saying. If you look at the front of it, like like the legs are probably the right height, but you see the way it tilts at the top? Because it's tilted down like that, that brings the buttons lower. Instead of being a rectangle, see the way it's all tilted?
Yeah.
But, you know, I think
I wonder why
when
they
pinball came out, it was kind of like a space race in a way. They were both trying to rush out a pinball machine, Arcade 1-Up and AtGames. And I think, you know, as far as the pinball war, I think AtGames came out way ahead because they had better engineering. And it was closer to what people really wanted. But I mean, from what I heard, it sounds like Arcade 1-Up. I don't even know if they're going to continue doing pinball. From what the rumors that they were saying when they were talking about it didn't seem like they were very jazzed on doing more pinball right now.
Yeah.
They were talking about making it less good, like removing features. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you can't remove features.
That's going the wrong direction. Wait a minute. Just don't do anything. If you're going to do that, don't do anything, you know. Don't do any more if you feel like you're going to have to remove stuff. I mean,
that's true, Carl. They slanted that so kids can play it too. Because look at this kid playing.
The problem is kids aren't going to spend $1,300 for a 4K pinball. They need to make it for grown-ups because grown-ups are the people buying these machines. I hear you, but I remember when I was a kid, when I went to the arcade, they'd pull out like a little stool or a little thing you could stand on.
Yep.
Like with the virtual pinball, it shouldn't really be marketed heavily towards kids. I think that's a mistake because the people that are buying these machines are grown adults.
I know, and they all market to kids. Arcade 1-Up, AtGames. I mean, they all are. That's why they made the size that they did. It's like just use a stool for the kids.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not kids that are buying these machines, you know.
Well, yeah, they
I mean, I teach second grade. You know, they want to play modern games. You know, they want to play phone games. You know, honestly, they want to play like PS5. You know,
well,
it's retro stuff. I'm
Yeah, my
not saying
son-
that all kids are that way, but I mean,
my son's 19. I said, hey, if I get a virtual pinball machine, will you play it? He's like, nope. I was like, oh, come on, man. Not interested. So, I mean, he did play some of my. He did play my Tron a little bit, and he played Galaga for a little bit and Dig Dug. But
yeah.
he
Well,
just not
Carl, that's what I did with my ALU. I do have the 6-inch buy stuff riser. That's what I needed to do. And
Oh, they make a riser for those. For the pinball or just for the
arcade, but you know, it actually makes it at the exact same height as an iiRcade, which is funny. And that's just the way an iiRcade comes stock. Like the stock height of an iiRcade is like the 6-inch buy stuff riser. But
yeah,
I think these companies, honestly, they need to start marketing more towards the people that buy them, which is grown-ups, like adults. I think it's a mistake.
Big mistake.
I don't know why they keep doing that, because it's
I don't know.
I mean, grandma's not going to drop $700 on an arcade one-up cab as a whim, you know? I mean, these are too pricey anymore. You know, when they were $300 at Walmart and you could buy like a Pac-Man, you know? I mean, that's a little different. But I mean, I think going forward, like some of these cabs with the prices, they need to keep in mind that, like, you know, it's adults that are buying them.
So that
Sam says he's 5'11". Are you having to squat down a little bit to play the table for taller people? On mine, I actually have some little riser things that I have on the bottom of my pinball. I have some furniture risers underneath it to raise it up for me. I have the little extender things maxed to the maximum height they can do, and I still play on a stool most of the time. It's just because, you know, and I'm not like crazy tall, but I mean, it's just like, it's not really the legs that are the problem. It's because it's slanted and where the button placement is. Like a real pinball machine is more of a rectangle shape.
right.
And if you look at that machine, it's great because the viewing angle when you're playing it is actually better than a real pinball table because it's tilted at you, okay? So like your field of view is great when you're playing the Legends pinball. But the problem is because the way the cab is cut, it brings the button placement lower. But I don't know. Nothing's perfect, you know, but it's good. It's good. It's good. It's a good machine. It's very good for the first machine they did. It's amazing. You know, but we'll see what Gen 2 is going to be. They can do a lot to make it really, really pop and really go way above and beyond.
Gray says his favorite was Kiss. Actually, the one pizza place where I used to live up in Erie, PA, one pizza place actually still has a Kiss pinball machine in their pizza place. It's one of the original ones, you know, from was it 70s? I think they made those.
Oh
Kiss
yeah,
ones.
yeah, those are cool. Electromechanicals.
Yeah,
Things are cool.
I still played it every time I went in there.
That's the thing, you know, pinball, there's so many different kinds of pinball machines and stuff. When you really get into it, it's a very deep well, you know? I mean, like, you can just totally lose yourself in it because there's so much to it. You know, I mean, I see all these arcade one-up YouTubers are all getting pinball machines now, and they're all falling into the well, you know? But, you know, they're buying pinball machines that cost as much as a car, you know?
Yeah.
That's a whole different stratosphere.
Goofy Foot says I use stool on all my cabs. I don't use any stools of mine except Pac-Man because I got all mine up.
Yeah.
All mine are up back there. That's why Pac-Man looks so small because I got all of them on extenders. And the controls are actually perfect heights on all of them now.
Yeah.
I can't go back to miniature. Because when I get that Pac-Man Deluxe, I'm going to sell that one back there. And I'm putting that back on the riser.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too small. 5 foot is just too small.
You can actually see, if you look at my iiRcade and you go across to my AtGames, you can see they're the exact same height. That's the height I like, right there.
Yeah.
You can see they're level. Like, you can look across my arcade, they're all level. They're the same exact height, whatever that height as the player right now. You know, you can see the AtGames and the iiRcade are almost identical. And that's because and that's the thing with AtGames, they really do have Buy Stuff store offers a lot of custom pieces you can get to customize it to your liking. AtGames is very moddable. You know, it's kind of like when I started in the home arcade hobby, like you had to build your own. It was like build a main, you know, a main multicade. That was kind of what everyone did if you were really into arcade games. And like these machines kind of put it into easy mode. They take all the hard work out of like having good controls, having a good screen, having access to thousands of games, you know? So, I mean, shout out to them. You know, there's so many good, like I said, we are in a golden age. I mean, I got Tekken playing on this little thing here, and it plays perfect. I mean, you know, it's like we have a golden age right now. Like, stuff is easier and better than it's ever been for having home arcade machines.
Okay, I'm going to show you my first pinball. American Tank, it's called. So they actually have two versions of it. I think I'm showing the deluxe version. Or no, the tank version. Tank's version, that's what it is. I'll tell you what the price is after the video.
Turn the sound. Can the sound go louder?
No, it's pretty low for some reason.
Is that max?
Yeah, I don't know why it's so low. Damn.
That's cool.
Oh. Here we go.
Galactic Transport.
Can you hear better?
Yeah.
Thing's awesome, man.
What? That is insane. What is that?
It's a pinball machine.
That thing looks like a tank. Galactic Tank Force. What?
Thing's awesome.
It's on hinges? What's going on here?
Tank
I haven't
Force.
seen this yet.
Okay, so
That's all we get? That's a teaser.
there's a part 2.
Okay. American Pinball.
Yep.
It's a strange tank pinball machine. Interesting. I've not seen this one.
Yep. There's teaser 2.
I like that. It looks like a movie.
This is no false alarm. Lock and load. Ready to engage. You think you can defeat me? Here, hold my scepter.
That's the tank you're shooting at.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Where did that thing come from?
Galactic Tank Force. Interesting. Now that looks like a pinball machine.
There's a tank one.
That's cool. Wire forms, yeah.
Sorry, I am loser intolerant.
Hey, don't space out on me. Head to the lab.
That looks
I think the
cool.
doctor is hunting at the research farm. Shoot it down.
Clean up in aisle 3. Gilbert, lock him down. Boss, good work. Houdini,
That's it.
lock it up. Boss, Houdini's locked in. Panther, lock him now. Boss, Panther's locked in.
You are no match for my spy bots. Party time!
Let's party.
Oh, 3 balls at a time. Oh gosh.
Yeah, multi-ball.
Aw, you lost your ball, loser.
Talk to your doctor about sprinklers. Side effects may include unexpected giggles.
You guys think?
I think it's interesting. I would like to play it. I mean, you know what it reminds me of? I know this is going to sound funny, but do you remember when like all the games they were thinking they were going to be like live action? Like, remember when CD-ROM came out and they made all those games that had like video, just because they could do video and sound when CD-ROM came out?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that. I mean, I would have to play it. If it plays and it's fun, you know, I'd probably like it. But yeah, I would probably be more attracted to something like Pulp Fiction, something that has a title like a big property behind it. But it could be really fun. I would just have to play it.
You know, you see the table a little bit right there.
It's interesting. Now, how does it convert into a tank? That's what I want to see. One of them changes into a tank.
It's this one here.
Oh, the top folds down.
So the top folds down.
That's where the turret was. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, this red thing in the back is the turret.
Mm-hmm.
So that folds down. That's the turret part, and then there's another piece that's on top of the top there.
I see the treads. Yeah, I see the wheel. I see the tank treads.
Yeah, and they as you see, they light up different colors, both sides.
Okay.
So yeah, you'd have the turret part go down, and then there's another piece that slides over and covers the top or the front part of the table.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think this is definitely a new company. I'm not real familiar with them. I mean, I do like Spooky Pinball. They do some really cool tables. I like Spooky Pinball a lot. I've played a bunch of their tables. But this looks cool. I can't wait to check it out. I'm sure I'm going to check at some point. I'll get a chance to play it. I could give a more of an opinion, but it does look interesting.
Yeah. Julie M says, I can't hear you. Anybody else hear me? Hopefully everybody can hear me. Hopefully she just has her volume down. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, want to know the price? So the tank version is $11,000. And the deluxe is $9,000. So $11,000 and $9,000. If you're gonna go for $2,000 more, I might as well go with the tank version. But there's the deluxe version there, which still looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, still like it. But that's pretty cool. I thought I saw that, man. They were at a convention in the tank one at the convention they were at. I don't remember which convention it was. It was a couple weeks ago or last month. I think maybe end of last month. But this tank one, they actually had it motorized with a remote control.
Oh, man.
They were driving it down the halls and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
Is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah. It's only one of a kind. It's the only one that had it, but I thought that was pretty cool. But I'd never heard of American Pinball either, but I just think that thing is so wild, man. I mean, it's crazy, right?
That's pretty neat.
Yep. And you thought it would be like $15,000 or something, but it's actually only $11,000.
It's not bad. It's not bad. That's not bad.
It's really not price bad.
You know, it's not Stern prices. It's not bad.
Come since I hear you, I have to log out and back to fix the feed. Yeah, there's no reason why.
You're coming clear to me, but I mean, I'm in StreamYard with you.
Come since I hear you. Julie M says bad. Yeah, the sound is glitchy.
Goofy, is the sound glitching?
We'll see.
Yeah, pinball is a big hit right now. You know, and you know, there's more than one pinball company. You know, there's more than Stern out there. You know, people think that it's just Stern. I mean, Stern is a good company and they do make good machines, but there's a lot more pinball out there besides just Stern. You know, Stern is just a popular company, but you know, there's a lot out there.
I got one for
Jersey
Spooky.
Jack. You got Spooky. You got a lot of cool companies popping up that are going to be making pinball.
You want to see Spooky Pinball? I got one.
Absolutely.
I teased it last week. If people remember. Here it comes.
Yeah. That looks amazing.
Scooby-Doo!
Yep.
Pretty neat. Cat.
Yeah, they make some cool tables. They make Halloween too, which is great. I love Halloween.
What a creepy place.
Let's split up, gang. Oh.
Here for a Scooby snack? We're at the upper playfield.
Yeah, see, this is more like what I'm looking for, like the stop motion, like the videos. See, this is themed well.
Nothing is trying, but you're pushing it. Get to the mystery machine to start another case.
Mystery machine.
Mystery machine. Multi-ball.
Shoot the second ramp.
Captain Cthulhu. Help us find some clues.
Lock in your next case.
Yeah, this looks cool. I'm definitely gonna be playing this one. The next arcade expo I go to, I'm gonna definitely make time for this one.
Can we play again? Please.
There's some features.
I say yes. Will you stop asking?
That's right. The game's all here.
Oh, thank you. Look,
So there it is. What do you guys think of that one?
That looks amazing. 4,000 call outs. 4,000 different things it says. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that one there is, of course, they got 3 versions of this one. You have the collector's edition, which is really neat looking. It's the most expensive one. It's $9,769.
Yeah.
They got a bloodsucker version, which is $8,769, and then they got the standard version, $7,769.
Mm-hmm.
The collector's one, I have to pull those up because they're pretty neat looking.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I think
Spooky makes a lot of good pinball. Like they have one that I play called Total Nuclear Annihilation. It's a lot of fun. They've been making a lot of good pinballs. You know, I do like them for like a new pinball company. They have some good tables. They make the Halloween table, which I thought was really fun.
I mean, where are they at? They had a picture up here on their website. Now I can't find it. Shop. Okay, here it is. It's back in here. Okay. Here's the collector's edition, which is down payment. All you have to pay is $2,000 for down payment.
$2,000 down payment.
Can they get this thing bigger though? It won't let me zoom in.
It's cool looking.
So that's the collectors. Yeah, I mean the collectors look really cool. I don't know why they have a. There's the other side of it. So that side's kind of like an oranges. This side's kind of purplish green. There it is there. Pretty neat. And so like I said, that's the most expensive one.
Hey, what's up, Brooklyn Menace? Welcome to the stream.
This is the Bloodsucker edition.
And that's the thing, you know, Carl's bringing up a good point. You know, look, if you want to just get into pinball, start off with virtual pinball. Yeah. You know, you can go as cheap as free, just having a computer and taking the time to find all the stuff for VPX. But you don't need to spend a fortune to get into pinball. That's a myth. I mean, that's the first thing when I started going to pinball conventions and stuff. That was the first thing a lot of people that I played with. That's what they said. They all play virtual pinball, so they know how to play all the machines. And once you learn what the rules are, it makes the machines a lot more fun to play. And you basically get the gist of what the physics are. You know, before you even start playing it, if you play it at home on virtual pinball, you have a good idea of how the game works. So when you play the real game, you really appreciate it a lot more. I mean, that's for me personally. But I came to that, like, people that they were just friendly. They just told me, like, because like a lot of times you'll go play and like you'll play with people that are just into pinball and you take turns. You play 4-player. You know, in between playing, you know, you talk, and that's what a lot of them said. They said, you know, get virtual pinball, you know, and
Yeah.
You know, they all said
Makes
eventually
sense.
you want to get some real machines. Once you know what you love, you know, you want to buy machines that you love because
Right.
they're expensive. You know, you want to get stuff that you want to hold on to.
And that's where those conventions really come in too, because you can
You
actually
get to
try
play
them.
everything. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly which pinballs I'd buy if I was going to buy a pinball. I mean, I just know what my taste is now. I know what I like.
So there you go, the different.
Goofy
Yeah,
Foot
that-
says he will put up the down payment as soon as he can find a good divorce lawyer. It's almost Friday. Hey, we got to outrun the neon sun in here. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Neon Sun?
Yeah, everyone love his channel. Have you seen his videos he's been doing on restoring a Street Fighter? He's doing this really cool series where he's like taking a Street Fighter and he's bringing it back to life. It's amazing. It's really
I know,
cool.
it's awesome.
Love
Yeah, I've
that
been watching
stuff,
those.
man.
Yeah, I like it. It is yeah,
It's looking good. It's step by step, it's getting better and better, you know?
The marquee and the bezel and control deck, man, it looks so sharp, man. They just kind of blend right in. He's doing a really good job on that. I like it. Oh, some of you guys weren't in here. I showed my bezel. Speaking of bezels, here's my bezel for Mr. Do. I just got.
There you go. It's upside down.
Upside
there you
down.
go. Okay, another way. There you go. Now, I got a question. Does that clown have a name?
That's Mr. Do.
Mr. Do. Oh, it's Mr. Do is his name. Okay. Boy,
Yeah.
I feel dumb now.
Should have asked me off the stream. That's Mr. Do, man.
What's Dig Dug's name?
Dig Dug. So I got a bezel.
That bezel is going to look good on that machine, though. It's going to make it pop. You know, the bezel is another step towards modding it and getting exactly how you want it. You know.
Yeah.
That's
now
part of the fun of the home arcade thing is modding. You know.
I got to find. I need to get a
modding
pack.
And repairing is part of it.
I'm not going to pay 2 people on that machine, so I need to find a Pac-Man control deck so I can put on there and make it like a real Mr. Do. And then I got to find graphics for my control deck, which were red on there. And then I think I'm done. Well, no, not quite done because I'm trying to find a coin door. You know, this was the Legacy Street Fighter 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a sticker for the coin door. Well, since I have a Raspberry Pi in it, it's a pain in the ass to try to put games on there through my USB. Well, what I'm going to eventually do is I'm going to get a coin door, cut it out, and it's going to be a real coin door where I actually can open it
with a hinge on it. Yeah.
And get to my Raspberry Pi from the front.
Coin door and cut it into the panel. That's all you have to do. You can buy Hap coin doors, the real arcade coin doors. I have one on my real arcade.
But I'm having a hard time finding a coin door, a real coin door with a hinge that size. Mm-hmm. They're all smaller. But what I'm going to use it for is
big. Looking at it, that is real big. Yeah, I can see that is a big looking coin door.
Yeah, I mean, but even if I get close to it, so that way I can get access to my Raspberry Pi from the front, not the back. So I just open that up. My Raspberry Pi will be right there. Put my USB in there. To load new games.
There's this company I get a lot of stuff from called DIY Retro. They make a lot of control panels you can buy already pre-done for arcade one-ups.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're called DIY Retro. I got a lot of my buttons and stuff when I'm fixing my cabs or modding them. But they offer a lot of cool stuff. You just need to go and look on their site and see what kind of stuff they have. They have stuff for like taking an arcade one-up and putting a 60-in-1 arcade board in it, like a real arcade machine board. But that would be like a 4-way setup. You know, that might be good for a Pi build.
Oh, shit.
It's almost Friday. That is true. Actually, I am off. Today was my last day. We did all of our parties and everything today. We had a double header. We had field day. The kids were outside all day, and then we had Easter party. You know, spring break party. It was crazy. But I'm off. Yes.
Nice.
1 week and a day.
So
that's what the original looks like.
That's your Mr. Do bezel.
Yeah, it's boring. It's just like a generic. It's just a generic bezel from Universal. I like what you did a lot better.
Compared to this.
Yeah, I like it has the game card. game cards are cool. They would stick those, on the in between the glass, so you had the rules of the game, so you can know what to do. I thought those are cool.
Yeah, and Mr. Dude did have that. Mr. Dude, man, I felt like Mr. Dude had got no love, man. I mean, the reason why is because it was a kit. It was a conversion kit. That's why it never really got any love. It did later on. They had some dedicated cabinets, but that's why mine back there, that whole thing is like my version of what I think Mr. Dude should have looked like.
Yeah, bezels are cool. Like Coin Ops on the AtGames system has bezels for all the arcade games. They're pretty cool. They have a lot of custom like bezels where they're like they have the graphics and everything. It's pretty nice.
Yep.
So I got a question for you. The Friday song. We just got demonetized. Yeah.
Woo!
Yes. Woo! That did it. That's all it takes.
I know. Trust me, I've been going through that stupid copyright thing on the other channel.
You. Yeah.
I'm debating installing a coin door with the coin box access on my iiRcade. Oh, for light gun storage.
That would be cool.
Light gun storage. That's a good idea. Goofy Foot. Mr. Dude
Get the diamond, get a free credit. I know.
Every so often, even that thing is so damn random. I haven't seen a diamond on that Mr. Dude in a while.
Yeah, it is random. It is random. That's what makes it magical, though.
Yeah, I read
all the time. It wouldn't be so special.
I read somewhere, and I can't remember how many times it pops up. All right, how often it pops up. I can't remember now. It's like way out there. Since I've been playing, since I got this Mr. Do and converted and all that, I think I've seen maybe.
Awesome,
I think I've had that Mr. Do 2 years now. 2021, I do believe I made it almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years this June. I think I've only seen 4 or 5 diamonds. I don't play it every day, but it's really rare. Fun show, guys. Thanks to Die For. Got one tonight. Goofy Foot, I think you should do that coin door thing, man, for your light gun storage. I think that's a cool idea. Okay. We want to play next. You guys want to see what's that?
Want to show some real pinball?
I just showed some real pinballs, man. I know what you mean. You want this?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have you set it up first, though.
Oh,
so,
that's okay. Just let it play. Let it play. We can talk over it. Just let it play. That's cool. This is the machine that was real popular.
Papa Vision.
This was the last pinball machine from Bally. Combines video game and pinball into one machine. Very cool. Uses a mirror. Projects down on the mirror to create optical illusion while you're playing pinball.
I'll turn that down a little bit. And where'd you take this video at?
This is I think this was Southern Fried Gaming. I think might be a little bit of Houston Arcade. This is Southern Fried Gaming. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it said at the beginning.
Yeah. There's a xenon. Look at that cool pinball art. Pinball art is just the machines. It's just the art is so cool,
Tilt. Shoot again, tilt.
Yeah, tilt on her butt.
Right on her ass. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is. Halloween.
Yeah. Hey, look, $8,495. That seems pretty reasonable. This game's fun. Like you never would. It's like a lot of multi-floor stuff, and then the ball just goes all over the place.
I love that knife.
You got the knife. Yeah.
That's awesome. Nice little touch.
You got the knife sitting there that launches the ball.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's neat.
It's a fun table.
Oh man, the speaker grills were pumpkins. That's awesome.
Yeah, the little butcher knife thing goes like there's a mode like where you activate it. Look at this old Star Trek table.
Oh really?
to me, like pinballs are just really pretty to look at too. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so much art that goes into making a pinball machine. I mean,
Yep.
part of it is the experience, you know. Evel Knievel. I mean, this
I remember
Evel
that
Knievel
one.
was a hero. When I was a little kid, Evel Knievel was a hero.
Oh yeah, I remember that pinball.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones I've seen and played.
Evel Knievel, #1.
Got that nice shirt on.
Yep, he likes the no bras.
Yeah.
He's a fan. He is a fan. He
Yes,
was
he
a
is.
fan of the boobies. I mean, like, these tables, you could never get away with this today. That's all I gotta say.
The evil is sick. Same Sam says. Yeah, it is a cool one. That one always stood out to me. Yeah, the one arcade place was called Tilt. They had a pinball section.
That Evel Knievel.
Yeah.
This is a machine I would buy. Terminator.
Yeah.
Terminator 2. I
This
love
looks
this machine.
cool.
It has a pistol that fires the ball. A gun.
Oh yeah, I see that.
You
Yeah,
hit the trigger instead of a plunger.
that's pretty
That's a
neat.
fun mechanic. Last Action Hero. It's like not the I mean, I like the movie, but it's like the pinball's fantastic. Like, you know, as a pinball machine, it's great. That's what you learn too. Sometimes like movies that weren't that great have great pinball machines.
Well, Terminator was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a good movie, but like Last Action Hero is a fantastic pinball. But,
Yeah, that
you know,
was the
it's not-
greatest movie.
It wasn't like the hottest movie. It was a good
Yeah.
movie.
That's cool. Adam's Family.
Adam's
That was
Family is a
awesome.
classic, yeah. And these machines, you see so many of them. This one's. Look at the Uncle Fester.
Yep.
They did a mod. Sometimes you'll see they'll do a Cousin It too.
Yeah.
Whoa, now this game's cool. When you're playing it, when you get a certain mechanic, see that fan on top? It'll actually turn on and will blow on you like a hurricane.
Really?
It's like the fan is like real powerful, and the wind will actually blow on you while you play the game. It's really cool.
Oh, right there. Yeah, right on top.
Right there, yeah, it kicks on, and then the storm hits you. It's really cool.
That's pretty neat.
And
Williams.
some of them have like a shaker motor too, where the whole machine will shake. Like I said, one of the cool things is just the art. You know, the art is such an integral part of the whole real pinball experience. It's like, you know, it's just the art is to me something that I really enjoy.
Space Shuttle.
Okay,
I've
like
seen that
this
one.
machine, $2,700. You could have rolled out. You could have
Wow.
left Southern Fried Gaming with this in the back of your truck for $2,700, not $15,000. And then you get to play it for 2 days to make sure that it's working good. I mean,
Yeah, and it's something you want.
yeah, something you want.
The 14 Iron
is
Man.
Iron Man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the speaker grills, man. Those are so
Yeah,
cool.
it's so cool with the jack-o'-lanterns.
Man,
Now,
now
they had a lot of these at the show that I went to this particular time. This was the machine that they just come out with, but they also had Ultraman, which is another version of that table, just different skin. I love this table. This would be one I would buy, Spider-Man. And once
Yeah, it
again,
is.
like it's not the greatest movie of all time, but it's a great pinball. The pinball is actually, like, if you play pinball, it's one of the best. I love that pinball.
Terminator 3.
Mm-hmm.
Got the topper up there.
This actually is a Wayback's Arcade. This is an arcade. This was a supermarket where they took out and they turned everything into an arcade. I have the video. I have 2 videos on my channel about this arcade. I was there for grand opening. And,
nice.
And then I got a tour from the owner of Wayback's Arcade where they showed me the back area where they work on the machines and everything. It's really cool. It's called A Return to Wayback's Arcade.
That's pretty cool.
This is probably the best arcade in the southern area that's near me. This is it's about 3 hours away.
It's Harley in there.
This is their pinball selection.
That's a pretty neat machine.
It's a ride. Stargate. This is a cool pinball.
Stargate.
Gottlieb. It's got the pyramid. And this is actually cool. It has actually, you know, you have like the plungers. It has them on both sides, the left and the right.
Really?
Yes.
So does it have a 2-ball where you can play 2 balls at a time?
It does. Now this machine was actually recently for sale. This machine you can pick up for $4,000. This Popeye that you're looking at right here.
I'd be tempted with that one if it played well.
Yeah, $4,000.
That's not bad.
It's been shopped. It's in good shape, man.
Looks pretty neat. I like it.
Popeye teed off. Little gopher up there.
You know, I think I've seen this pinball before. I recognize that art up there.
Yeah, I think it's in the Pinball Arcade. Yeah, 8-Ball Deluxe and Captain Fantastic were everywhere in the 70s and early 80s. Yeah, Bad Cats.
Great. Wow, that Evil Knievel machine, whole neighborhood loved, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
Now
cool
this
cabinet.
thing has like a little roulette wheel kind of in the middle too that you can activate. It's a pretty fun table.
Back to the future.
Now here's the opposite. Here's a great movie that's kind of a mediocre pinball. I mean, it's not a great pinball, but it's a great movie. But like you could see, they couldn't get the licensing for the actors. If you look at it close, here's some of the arcades they have. They just have everything. I mean, it just goes on and on.
The game show. Big bucks.
It's cool the way like pinballs are all different. Like this one's got kind of like almost like a comic book style, you know?
Yeah. Valley.
This machine has a bell on top. See that little bell?
Yeah.
It's like a real fire truck bell, and it goes ding 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 ding, like an old fire truck. And this machine, one cool thing, the building in the middle, it has this cool effect where it has like these wheels that roll in the middle, and it actually looks like it will look like it's on fire, like when you get into certain modes. That's an old Williams table. I love that table. That's a Williams. Karate Champ, yep. This is an old one that I would buy. Firepower. I love this machine. This is the first machine with a multi-ball. You could get 3 balls locked, and it would multi-ball. And this is a machine. This is one of the first machines where I really started learning how to play pinball because you have to lock the 3 balls. There's certain shots you have to make. There's 3 different locks you have to get. And of course, the Williams pinballs have all the same sounds as Defender and Robotron because they use the same sounds on the pinball as they did on the arcades. So if you like the sounds of Robotron and Defender and digitized speech, these machines have all that stuff.
Which is pretty neat. Pretty cool.
This would be one of the machines I would take off of their hands at Waybacks. Like if they offered that one for sale, I'd really have to think about getting it because that's how much I love it. Now this one's an ultra wide body. This is a wider machine than normal. And it also has digitized speech, has some really great sound. You can't get an idea of the scale, but when you're standing by it, it's like maybe like 3 or 4 inches wider than any other pinball machines. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah, you could tell. Where was that? Right there's the shot.
You can see it's wider. It's like an ultra wide body, yeah. Yeah, I would love to have like a classic Williams pinball.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it as it spans. Look how wide that is. And then you go to the next one, and it's so skinny looking.
It's like that's a normal size pinball, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Gorgar. I would buy a Gorgar or Firepower. Love those machines.
Now, I remember playing some machines, man, they were so old, they actually didn't have the digital scoreboard. It was actually, they roll.
Yeah, this one was right at the cutoff point. This was one of the first ones that had the digital scoring. That was kind of a hot thing because Close
Oh,
Encounters
this was one of the
out.
first ones that had the digital
It was one
scoring.
of the first ones that had the actual digital
Okay.
scoring, yeah. Where they're switching from electrical mechanical to digital. The owner of Waybacks loves this table. He has like 2 of them. He had another one in the back just sitting there. I was like, you like this one, huh? It's like he had the exact same machine that he has on the floor, but he loves that machine. Now, this machine they just got, this is the Stranger Things pinball from Stern. This is one of the modern ones. This is a Pro. This machine's fun. It's got the Demogorgon in the middle, and you can shoot balls into its mouth. There's a little wall that comes down, and it makes a ramp where you can fire it at the monster.
Oh, cool.
And of course, it's kind of themed to the show Stranger Things. So, like,
Right.
the first couple seasons are kind of like the theming of it, you know.
It looks pretty cool. Turtles.
And this is
Multi-ball. Williams. Those Williams tables are choice. Yeah, Williams. Make some good ones. I remember Firepower. Fantastic. I was just a kid when these machines were at the arcade. Who has these for sale? You can find them for sale, I guarantee, on the web.
Yeah, this place is amazing. Waybacks Arcade, like I said, it's a supermarket, and it was a couple people that collected arcade machines went in to make this place, and the machines are always in good shape. And it's a free play arcade where you pay one price and you can play as much as you want. It's like $10 or $12.
Seems like
You
a
can
lot of
play unlimited for the whole day. It's like if you love arcade games and pinball, I mean, like, they got everything too. It's amazing. Just check out the video on my channel. It's sick. I mean, like, the amount of stuff they have is insane.
Seems like a lot of arcades are going that way now. Pay one price.
I like the free play model more than having to deal with like cards or tokens or coins. And like barcades, for example, I mean, they're really, the machines are there just to, get you there, you know?
Yeah.
They want you drinking and buying food. That's where they make their money. They don't make money on the playing of the games. The games are just a draw to a barcade.
Because a lot of them now sell beer and all that.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they're going to make their money. They're not going to make their money off of the machines.
Drinks and food.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if they're a good barcade, like the better ones, they have usually really good bars, they have good bar food.
Keep going back to this Firepower, man. Seems like
I
you want to
know.
buy it.
Yeah, the reason why is like that was like the first pinball I really learned how to play it well, where I could actually get the 3-ball multiplayer, the 3-ball locks, and it's just a real pinball. If you like, that's how I learned how to play pinball better. Played it a lot on VPin, and then I played the real machine a lot. So I do have a really strong connection to Firepower, obviously, as much as I'm filming it.
I know, he showed us a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Like, here we are, we're back.
Yeah, we're Firepower again, you know?
Godzilla.
Here's the modern one, Godzilla. This has the building that goes up and down and drops the balls for the multi-ball.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool. The collapsing building. Mm-hmm. There's a Godzilla multi-ball is about to happen.
I mean, that's the cool thing about pinball, man. There's just so many things you can actually do with them.
And I played this right when it came out. It's like they had like about 10 Sterns they had brought to this Pinball Expo. And you could play them all. And immediately, the first time I played it, like, this is in my top 5 pinballs of all time. And
multi-balls are so hard, man.
I don't necessarily absolutely, I do like Godzilla. I don't love Godzilla, but the play of the table is so good. It's like, it's a top 5. It's a top 5 pinball of all time. The way the balls, all the paths that the balls have, It multi-ball is really good. I mean, I got four balls going right now.
I know. I was gonna say, is that you actually playing that?
Yeah, this is me playing. And then
That's
this is
pretty
one of
damn
the rare times that my wife would actually film. Like she won't film, so like I have a hard time capturing the pinballs. But this time she was right beside me, and she said, oh, "Okay, I'll film for you. Let me get the first time you're playing Godzilla." She knew I was excited about playing Godzilla. It just came out. This is another classic table. This is, I believe, Batman. Batman Forever.
I am Batman.
Once again, not the greatest movie, but a great pinball. Great pinball. Avengers. This is more comic-based than movie-based.
Yeah.
And here's a weird example. Like, this is the opposite. Great property, like Avengers. Like, what could have been a better property than that, than Marvel? But for me, it's just, I don't love it. Now, here's a unique machine I love. This machine was all, like, plexiglass. And you could see everything inside of it. I don't know how they did it. This was a custom one that someone had made. And it's just incredible. It's like everything was see-through.
Yeah, look at that.
How cool it is. Isn't that amazing?
That's awesome.
I mean, that's love. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a hot rod mentality when you go to these shows where people bring stuff that they just love.
Yep.
Here's a junkyard. Another classic pin. Once again, Spider-Man for me, that's probably my top 10 pinballs. You know, once again, like the movie, it's a decent movie, but the pinball is fantastic. It's great. Gameplay is great on it.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, this is actually the more modern Indiana Jones.
Wow. Yeah.
See the Ark of the Covenant up there? It has a 10-ball multi-ball. 10 balls. Like that chest just opens up and they just go everywhere. Now, this is one of my favorites. This is actually Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yep.
And I do have a version of this from Flipping Out Pinball in Florida, where they did a mod where they actually put the Creature of the Black Lagoon movie inside the middle of it. It's very cool.
That's pretty cool. Starship Troopers. Sega.
Yep, Sega Pinball. Sega. That was awesome. I love that movie. That was a good movie. This is a modern one. This is Hot Wheels. This is a real modern pinball. This one just came out. It's really fun.
Got the Hot Wheels track.
It has the they did all these cool, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like stop motion, like animation kind of stuff. You see in the middle there on the screen, and the whole game tells a story while you're playing it with all this stop motion. It's awesome. It's so fun.
Simpsons Pinball Party.
Another classic. You got the reactors. I mean, who doesn't like The Simpsons? I mean, come on. Simpsons are awesome. I mean, now this is the Space Invaders pinball. This was the pinball that was made to go along with the video game property. And this is the actual Bally Space Invaders pinball. This is an ultra wide body.
That's a wide one too. Yeah.
It's super wide. And it has the what's really known for is the Xenomorph, which is an obvious Alien ripoff. I mean, look, that looks like the Alien from Aliens, didn't it? Now, this one has a really strong shaker motor. This game is called, I think, Earth Shaker, and this one just shakes like crazy. It actually has like an earthquake thing where the whole table shapes. Star Trek: The Next Generation.
It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana Jones.
This would be one I would buy. Gorgar. I love Gorgar. Gorgar lives. This was an early digital speech. It has like the robotic sound. Here's Mandalorian.
There he is. Grogu.
There he is. There's Grogu. This table is like you either love it or hate it. I mean, I love the property.
How'd you like it?
I like it okay. I do love Star Wars. So, I mean, obviously, I think this game multi-ball is easy, which a lot of people like. It's easy to get the multi-ball. This is one I love.
Yeah,
Elvira and the Party Monsters. I love Elvira tables.
Yeah, I played Elvira table.
There's basically two good ones. There's actually three of them, and then the two classic ones and a modern one. There's Elvira and the Party Monsters, and what's the other one? It's the one with the spider. I like the one with the spider more.
Yeah, I can't remember which one I played.
There's one that has a spider that spins around. Scared Stiff. There's Scared Stiff and Elvira and the Party Monsters. Party Monsters is the one. But Scared Stiff is the one I like more.
Yeah, I think I played the Party Monster one.
Mm-hmm. Scared Stiff would be one I would buy, but that's a real expensive pinball. That's a highly collectible pinball. There's a lot of people that want. You'll pay a lot for that. You'll pay as much as a modern Stern.
Wow. Doctor Who.
This Doctor Who table is cool. Now you see that thing in the middle? It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of the Godzilla. It has a thing that goes up and down, like the derelict or whatever.
Yeah.
Now this Addams family is a little more tricked out. Like if you look at it, you saw Cousin It.
I think
it's skipped by it, but if you look, I'm coming back to it. I'll come back to it.
Oh.
I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. But the Cousin It and that one was actually like they had done some like custom stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, I backed it up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Go
this
tell
is
me when
Party
to stop.
Monsters.
Elvira. Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. Now, that pinball had like carrots for the flippers. They look like carrots. I thought that was cute.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, this is the modern Star Trek table.
At 14. Yeah, I really backed it up. Dang.
Yeah, you backed it way up. That's like a kind of like the
Way back.
Top Gun theme, kind of with the F-14.
Yeah.
Remember, Top Gun was probably in the movie theaters when that table came out. The original Top Gun.
Here it is.
Yeah, this one on the color DMB. Okay, right there.
Oh, there it is.
See, it's actually like the Cousin It is like actually like a Cousin It. It was like the little. It was really cool. I thought that was really cool. Like I said, they spend a lot of time on these machines and get them like so tricked out, you know.
That's pretty cool. There he is.
Fester. Yeah, there's a good picture of him. Okay, now this is another example of a movie that was not great, but a good pinball, The Shadow.
And it made the Warrior look good.
This is a pretty cool pinball. It's got the trigger mechanic with the gun.
The Shadow.
It's a pretty fun pinball. And
Based
I don't
off
even think a movie, but I don't think I've ever seen it. It has one of the Baldwins is in it.
I thought it was based off 007.
I love it when they do the glass, the way that they get the art. This is an ultra wide body. Also, it's wider than a normal pinball. And the thing you realize when you start playing real machines, like these ultra wide bodies are a lot heavier. So like when you go to nudge them and stuff, they do not move. I don't know how much they weigh, but like you really got to nudge one of these ultra wide bodies. Those machines are heavy. This is kind of like a retro modern future, like they're thinking what the future is going to be. I thought this table was super cool. Vector. Gilligan's Island. Yeah.
No fear.
No fear. That was kind of like a clothing trend. It was like a brand that was popular.
Yep.
Was it the 2000s or 90s? But for a while, No Fear was like a huge thing. It was just super popular.
I want to say it was the 90s.
90s? Yeah, Johnny Mnemonic. Once again, probably not the greatest movie, but a fun pinball. Family Guy pinball is really fun. This is a good pinball.
A Stern.
This has a machine inside the machine. Pause right here. There's a little baby pinball machine. That's okay. Don't worry about it. But at the top of it, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. But at the top of it, there's a tiny pinball machine that you can play. Stewie's mini pinball. Check this out.
Here it
Look
is.
at this little. It's a little miniature pinball inside of the pinball that you play. It's so cool. It is so awesome. It is so much fun. I do like Family Guy pinball.
Hook.
And the thing about movies and pinballs, sometimes the pinballs are great. Like the movie might not have been that popular, but the pinball can be really fun. Once again, modern, futuristic, kind of like, I just like the way some of these tables are like what they thought the future would look like. I just like the way that they represent some of the stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Kind of a sci-fi, Here's a Western themed one. It's Bounty Hunter.
Yep.
Reminds me of like the Western comics, from like the 70s. Like Rawhide Kid, and there were some other Western comics. This is a great pinball. World Cup, there's a soccer ball that spins. There's a goalie that you make shots on that moves back and forth. Nice. That's a fantastic real pinball. This is a different Batman Forever. This one's been tricked out. They did a little more with it. Nicole Kidman, pretty crazy. It's got a color DMD.
Batman Forever. That's it. All right. We got through it.
Yeah, but if you like pinballs or arcade tours, check out my channel. I literally have a whole playlist. I got tons of them.
Yes, Gibbons Island.
It's funny. A lot of those videos, like people will they'll see the video and then they'll go to the arcade and they'll leave a comment. Oh, thank you for the video. It was just like what I saw in the video. So I do like that they just kind of live on my channel, the arcade tours, and people just like when they look, they might type it into that location and they'll view the video.
Goofy Foot, they got the boobs right for the future. Still popular.
They're still popular after all these years.
Gilligan's Island. Same. I figured you're too young to watch Gilligan's Island. Well, I guess you always watch reruns.
Well, that was fun. I feel like I got a good fix of pinball, man. I'm ready. I need to go find some real pinball machines to play now. I'm all hyped up.
All right, see you, papabrad. Have fun in your pinballs. You just walk away and start playing.
Yeah, I'll have to find some place where I can play some real pinball.
Dude, it makes me want to get at least a virtual pinball, man. I'm getting one.
I'm telling you, like you can't go wrong with the AtGames Legends pinball. The entry level price and what you get for the money is a good starting point,
I guess.
And if you don't even want to invest that, you can play virtual pinball on your PC. Look into VPX; it's free. There's also Pinball FX, which is fun. You have to buy the tables and stuff, but they have really good versions of popular machines. Like that World Cup Soccer is one you can play. They've got they just got Addams Family too. Heard Addams Family they're getting. They have Creature from the Black Lagoon. There's a lot of good pinball. Like you can learn how to play pinball from playing FX3 too. The physics isn't as accurate as virtual pinball to me, but I mean it's still you learn the rules. And then when you play the real machine, you kind of know what to do, and it makes it more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to get that game, so I'm going to wait for the new one to come out.
Yeah. And just remember, the $15,000, how many arcade expos can you go to for $15,000? You could probably go to every one across the United States for almost a year for $15,000.
Yeah.
And you could play pinball for days at a time, and they're usually, the pinball machines are in the best shape you'll ever find.
It won't be $15,000 either.
No. I'm a big fan of playing them, like supporting like those kind of events too. They work really hard to put on those arcade events like that. I can't imagine how much planning goes into that. It's got to be insane.
Yeah. Grace says, I'm so glad I seen this. And where? Well, we know where's that arcade at? Located at the.
Oh, in Pineville, Louisiana is the Waybacks Arcade.
Waybacks.
Yeah, that is a destination. It's worth going there.
And then the conference was what? The
Southern Fried Gaming Expo in Atlanta, Georgia.
and when is that?
Let me get you the current date. Hold on. Let me just look it up real quick. It's coming up.
Yeah. Okay, good for it. I got Pinball itch now. We'll be playing the ALP after the show. Nice Goofy Foot. Sam, I'm 40. I guess I'm a little young for Gilligan's Island. I would watch these old shows with my gramps. Yeah, I mean, it's old for me, too. I mean, I think they stopped making Gilligan's Island late night.
July 28th through the 30th.
Yeah.
July 28th through the 30th, Atlanta, Georgia, Marriott, Renaissance, Waverly.
A little over 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And
Gilligan's
the cool
Island.
thing is, if you stay at the hotel, you literally just go down into the on the ground floor, and that's where they have all the machines. So it's amazing. It's worth staying there. I mean, you can play so much games. Like you can play games like you never played them if you stay there, because you literally walk down and it's like on the same. It's connected to the hotel.
Caro's playing green eggs right now.
Green eggs and ham. Carl, are you getting to those upper tables? Have you gotten up to the top of the pinball yet? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Gilligan's Island, I think they ended in like early 70s or late 60s.
Dude, I don't know if you remember this. You know the song Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah.
By Led Zeppelin? They had a song called Stairway to Gilligan's Island. And it was a mashup of the story of Gilligan's Island and Stairway to Heaven.
You making this up?
I'm not making this up. It's amazing.
Wow.
I'm going to find it for my channel. I think I'm going to put that on my channel. I'm going to search that out. Stairway to Gilligan's Island.
I'm
going to see if I can find that and put that on my channel.
Be there.
Because I like putting crazy stuff on my channel. I mean, I'm always putting, like, you never know. Like Papabrad's Gaming, you don't know what's going to pop in there. Just some random stuff pops into my head and I post it. So you never know what you're going to get on my channel. But I like nostalgia a lot, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I got a new arcade. If anybody in the chat has this, let me know. This is 21C Digital Pinball. My volume's low.
They had the haunted house you saw, and they had this black hole. And both are available right now through Walmart. Haunted house is $716, and this black hole is $549. I'm not sure why black hole is a little bit cheaper, but it is on Walmart. And where the flippers, where you stand where the flippers are, is 31.5 inches tall. In the back panel, it is about 50.5 inches tall. And then the screen size on both of them, I do believe, are 24 inches. The black hole, I'm not sure. The surrounding looks a little bit smaller. I'm not sure if it is or if it just looks that way because it's two-tone where some of it's silver and some is like a gray.
I think it's the same size.
Nicer. I like the way they did the bezel. Looks better than the haunted house. The haunted house the bezel looks huge. So there's those two, and both pinball machines come with 12 games each. And I do believe it's the same games on both machines. It's just a different skin on them. Here's some gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has any of these.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of bezel. That's a whole lot of bezel.
Yes, it is. P-Dubs did a video on.
Here's some gameplay.
Yeah.
Why did I say that again? My video is. What happened?
Actually, the funny part, you know what's funny, T? Like, you know a table I would buy? A black hole or a haunted house. I would buy either of those. Even though they're a pain. I love black hole. It's got this the pinball machine inside the pinball machine. It has 3 floors. Both of those tables. I love both of them.
Yeah, you can see that in here. You can see here is a pinball and a pinball.
And Black Hole is also, you know what's great about Black Hole? It comes stock on the AtGames Legends Ultimate. And I learned how to play it really good on the Legends Ultimate. And then when I went into Rcade and played it, it was like I knew all the rules and stuff. So I really enjoyed it. Even though it's probably not the greatest version on the AtGames Legends Ultimate, you can learn how to play the table, which is gold. Because when you play the real machine, I mean, it's like you know what to do.
Oh, yeah.
because of the black hole, you got to open the gate. So like when you come from the bottom to the top, so it doesn't drain the ball. But you can learn how to do it on the Legends Pinball, which I really that made that game super fun when I played it. But when I was a kid, the arcades were becoming big. I mean, I lived through the golden age of arcades. And you know what's funny? When all the arcade games came out, I remember they had like Miss Pac-Man had just come out. So they had a bunch of Miss Pac-Mans. And guess what the one pinball they had was? A haunted house. So
Nice.
to me, it's like, there wasn't a lot of pinballs at the arcades in those times. But haunted house was unique because it had the 3 floors. It had the basement, the main play field, and then the attic. So always loved that table.
The yellow version of Elton John's Captain. Fantastic. Yeah, and you watch this 21C, you can see there's a lag between you pushing the buttons and the flippers actually moving.
Well, all those tables are on the AtGames Legends pinball. There's nothing wrong with the Gottlieb tables. I mean, people are spoiled. It's like, all of a sudden something new comes out, and then like what's old isn't good anymore. I never got that. Like I still actually play Black Hole on my Legends pinball all the time. I don't know why, and I play Haunted House all the time. But I mean, it's just what you like, I like those games. But,
so Goofy Foot said he had one of these 21C digitals. He said, I had one. Run away from it.
Run away from it.
They're that bad, huh? They look cool. I know P-Dubs got 21C actually gave him one. He actually did a review on those, on the Haunted House one. But they're expensive too, man. I mean, they're not cheap. And to me, they're not worth, like right now on Walmart, I think it's just not Walmart selling them. I think it's people through that art, just they're kind of like Amazon on their website.
Yeah.
The Haunted House.
I find with a lot of this stuff though, I mean, it's like you got to wait for the deals. I mean, it all goes on sale. Like I remember there were people getting like Legends pinballs for like $200-$300.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, from Sam's. I mean, if you just like wait for the deals and just kind of keep on where you're always watching for them, you don't have to spend a fortune to have a lot of our home arcade games. I mean, they always have some deals come up every once in a while.
I mean, somebody was trying to sell that. The Black Hole one looked pretty cool. I like the look of it, but somebody wants like $549 for that 21C digital Black Hole. Like, you got to be crazy. That game is not worth $549. Brad, you still play video pinball on a 2600?
I was looking for. I actually had the cartridge over here.
Brad, you would like the MK Deluxe games, not including MK games. Joust and Bubbles are great.
I do love Joust.
Console fanboy. How do you like that Deluxe? Hey, found anybody on the games, console fanboy?
Found anyone to play him?
I know he said he was playing with Phil. Phil and him are the only two on there.
Yeah, he's a very good gamer. He's good at Mortal Kombat. I can't find it right now. I have to look through them. I have it. I have video pinball.
I think I had it for 2600.
Yeah, I've definitely got video pinball.
Okay, we got another one here, guys. This is from Jersey Jack Pinball.
I've played this one a lot. Yeah, I've played this one quite a bit.
This is 2 years old. I think it's been out for a couple years.
Yeah, very strange launch mechanic on this game. It's like, usually that launch shot where it goes way up to the top, it just kind of shoots off from the side. It's very different.
Wow, that is different.
The Jersey Jack pinballs always have a gigantic back glass too. Like, check out the size of the monitor in the back glass. It's a big monitor.
See that skull?
You got the drumsticks.
Got
inside the table. Yeah.
Got Slash's hat on there.
Yeah, one of my friends has a Jersey Jack table. He has the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it's the original music just for the pinball machine.
I know.
That's pretty cool. They did that.
Actually, Slash did the music for the Godfather game that's coming out too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it's like he did the soundtrack, the guitar.
Yeah.
Slash is actually a pretty big fan of pinball.
I think that's why they did this table, because of him. Can you imagine, man? Slash was 19, man, when he joined that band.
Crazy.
19, just out of high school. There he is.
There he is.
Look at that.
Yep.
Look at that middle one with the skull on it, man. And that's your most expensive one.
Yeah, it's probably like the Jersey Jack pinballs get very expensive. You think Stearns are expensive? These are like the premium. These are like the even above that.
The limited edition, which is the is this one here? It's a limited edition one. That's $11,000.
Yeah.
The collector's edition, don't know the price because they're sold out.
Yeah.
Sold out. To this day, they're sold out. 2 years later.
Big money, big money, big money.
I'm pretty sure these came out in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Sold out, man.
Yeah, I've played these tables.
So what do you think the collector's was? Probably about 15,000, probably.
I don't know. I think the version I played, it didn't have the skull, so it must have been that. It was like that red one, I think.
Yeah, that's the limited edition. Yeah, the collector's is the one with the skull. I'm thinking it's probably close to 15,000.
Yeah.
I mean, man, that's a lot of money. Damn. Lots of money. That's cool.
Yeah, you can go to these pinball expos, and all these companies have these machines there. I mean, you can play them. I mean, like they'll have all the like at Southern Fried Gaming. They'll have Godfather. They'll have Pulp Fiction. They'll have all of them. They have all of them there, pretty much. You know, the ones that are the collectors and people that are buying new pinballs buy the most. They usually bring a bunch of them so people can play them. Like Stern will have like probably they do these pods where they do like circles of machines, and they'll have like maybe like 4 Mandalorians in a circle. You know, whatever the games that they're coming out with are, and so you can multiple people will be playing the game at the same time.
John D said they're going to be improving those MK games.
Congratulations, number 7 at Joust. I do love Joust. Joust is a great game.
Yeah, Joust is good. Gauntlet's on that.
I wonder if Joust plays good online. Can you play Joust online on that arcade 1-up? See, that's what I would be into, like Gauntlet and Joust.
Yeah, I know Gauntlet you definitely can play online. I remember Phil saying that. I'm pretty sure Joust is too. But I'm not real sure. Council Fanboy, no, but I know Gauntlet. I forgot about Gauntlet, man. I love that game.
I love Gauntlet. Yeah, Gauntlet's great, man. Wizard needs food badly. Wizard, shut the food. Damn it, Wizard, stop doing that. And then when you play this game, there's always someone that's playing that's greedy. Like yep. they'll have a ton of life and they'll grab the food every time. And you'll be ready to die, you know?
Yeah. It's like, no, I needed that, asshole.
And, I love 80s arcade games. They always have that greed mechanic, too. You know, like with the Gauntlet, what they did is they put death in there. It's like, oh, you're not going fast enough. So then they have the Grim Reaper, and he kind of comes out, and when he touches you, he just, like, sucks your life away. Like, they always had really good elements to whether it was greed or whether it was to make you rush,
Yeah, that's kind of cool, too, because it was like you're, like, looking down at them, too, which was kind of neat.
I usually almost always wait for arcade 1-ups to go on. They all go on. If you're patient and you just keep your eyes open and listen to the community and you're in touch with it, you can almost always get deals on cabs after a few months. So, yeah. I'll pick some of these up when they go on sale.
Yeah, Council Fanboy said, yes, Joust is online is flawless. Very, very fun. So that's good. See, these games are up your alley. Rampage Online is flawless too. Just don't play them games. Hashtag unplayable.
I would know. He plays a lot. He plays a lot, so he would know.
Yeah, I was just watching this video today with all those MK cabs. It's like, damn, man, he's got all of them over there. And of course, he said, got the MK Deluxe. Had to give in. Get the MK Deluxe.
Yeah, he has a nice collection of Mortal Kombat stuff. So he collects a lot of it. He has the statues and all kind of stuff, I think.
Yep. I hope they fix that MK online play.
Yeah.
But who knows?
You would think they would give it the same love they give to Capcom. I mean, they're kind of like Midway and Capcom are two of the kind of like for fighting games. I mean, those were two of the most popular companies, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, Midway and Capcom, they pretty much own that genre for the most part. The Last of Us PC is a masterpiece. Did you watch that show, The Last of Us? I watched that show. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did not
finish watching it. Yeah.
I did not watch it. Did you play the game?
I did play the first one all the way through. I did not play the second one. I played the first one all the way through, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good game. It was very well made. I played the first one. Actually, you know what? You know the funny part is? That was one of the things that made me get a PS4 because it came with The Last of Us. The version I bought when I bought my PS4, one of the selling points was it had The Last of Us. And I was like, I knew I wanted to play this game because I've always been into survival horror games. I always liked Resident Evil. Like, I've been with Resident Evil since the very first one. Remember the one that came in the long box? It was like when the PlayStation came out, they had certain games that came in an extra long box.
Yep.
And
that was one of them.
It's crazy. I ended up selling my long box version of Resident Evil. I should have kept it, actually. But I did sell it because someone gave me a lot of money for it. But
I don't know, man. Console fanboy John D said he loves MK. He's wearing a shirt to show you he loves MK.
Wearing a sweatshirt. He was representing.
Yeah, so he loves
representing MK. That dude loves MK.
He's mad that MK's not working right. He's like, damn it, get this thing right.
You almost wonder if John D really, I think John D just gets them the game, you know, and I think once he gets them the game, I think it's in their hands, you know, what they do with it. I mean, it's not his fault. If he got them the game and then they didn't do it right, it's not his fault. I mean, he's not.
John D loves the troll.
Although I did hear John D say it's all his fault. The buck stops with John D.
Now, where is John D in that company? What is he? What's his title?
He gets the licenses.
Is he the one that gets the license?
Pretty sure he's like the fisherman. He goes out there and he reels them in.
Reel in Nintendo. Reel in Nintendo.
Yeah, well, you're not going to reel in that. That's Moby Dick there. You're Captain Ahab.
Come on.
That's not going to happen.
Captain Ahab win.
That's never going to happen. Licensing and development. Yeah.
Okay, licensing and development. Also, he's part of the development team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does his job well because he's got the licenses. He's gotten them a lot of good games.
Yeah, he did. He just got to fix some of them, like MK.
Yeah.
And I get that, you know, like he was saying the other day, I get that, you know, not all games are the same and you have different mechanics and that, but, you know, if you're going to come out with a game, like you all say, it's like, don't rush it out.
Don't rush it out.
Make sure it works. Make sure it works.
That's what I love. You know, I'm just going to say this, and I know I'll probably get some hate, but the one thing iiRcade does right is they never rush out games. They make sure they're ready before they let them go. I mean, like Space Invaders, they held on to for a year and a half till they had the version they wanted to release. And I do appreciate that. There's a lot to be said for that. I mean, just give me something that's good. You know, I mean, like, if it takes a long time, I'm fine with that. Just make sure it's good, you know? And
that's why
I'm going to say this too. With fighting games, I do not want to play against the computer, period. Like, I don't really want to play a fighting game. I want to play against people. I mean, that's the way those games are designed to be played, you know? I mean, playing against the computer is only so much fun, you know? I mean, you really have to – I think playing against other humans is where you want to be at with that category. You know what I mean? With a fighting game.
Yep. Well, you know, and everybody, I'm not even a programmer, and I know games play totally different when you go online. And you got to make sure certain things work. I mean, that's why they're not working, because they're not made to play online. They have to be made to play online. You can't just take your freaking ROM and say, oh, it's going to play online. Online is totally different. And they should know that. And they should know there's things they got to do before they send it out. You can't send it out and say, oh, we'll fix it later.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't. Or you can't send it out and guess that maybe you'll be able to fix it. Maybe we'll figure this out. We're stuck. Maybe we can figure this out down the road.
I mean, look, even like PlayStation 4 and all that. There's games out there that had issues and they had to fix them. It's because it's totally different. Totally different. Online is totally different than playing.
It is totally different.
Offline. Yeah. I mean, you
got to have a little more power. But to a small extent, like the online is really the future, because it makes the community smaller again, The thing that was cool about an arcade is there were other players who were playing at the same time. Like you could go in an arcade back in the 80s and start playing a beat 'em up game, and someone would join in, and then you would be playing with real people. And I think making the world smaller, that's really where the online is important. It gets people, connected again.
Right.
And
but there's certain
fighting games and beat 'em up games and racing games. Those are all games that really benefit a lot from having play against another person. So that's just my opinion.
Well, and then the other thing too is this: go back to PlayStation 4 again. If you have bad Wi-Fi, you're gonna have a hard time playing Fortnite.
It won't matter. But then there's people like us. Like I'm sure you have really good internet. I have the best possible internet I can buy where I'm at.
People have terrible internet,
and that's fine. But like for the people that have good internet, and it still doesn't work right. It's like and you're playing against a person that has good internet. I mean, they should have it worked out where if you have a good connection, it works well. That's just my opinion.
And then and then even saying the instructions there for Arcade 1-Up that you should connect it to a cable and not use the Wi-Fi. But some people don't have that choice. They can't use the cable to connect it.
No.
I mean, there's just certain things they need to do before they did the online. And just like Council Boy was saying, Joust works great, Rampage works great because those are not fighting games and they don't use as much power and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's why those work great. The MKs, I mean, they're totally different. They have a lot more, they use a lot more RAM and all that.
Yeah. I mean, it seems to me like they should be, like for these 80s games and stuff, they should be looking at getting them online if it's possible, because I mean, it does add new life to these games. And if the minimum give us leaderboards so that we're playing against each other and we can put up high scores and stuff like that.
Yep. And
your leaderboards, don't make them 10 people, Make them big so everyone can see where they're ranked in the big scheme of things,
Yeah, that's what they did with Tron.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tron,
that's what iiRcade did that too. Like we pushed them to do that. Like at first it was like, oh, these are the top 10 players or whatever. And I was like, no, that's the wrong direction. I mean, you want to be more inclusive. You want to have everyone score in there. And then you can see where you rank compared to everybody, or to a bigger group,
Yeah, because I think Tron I'm on 326 right now, ranked.
That's cool.
So I think they show the top 25, and then they show me, and then there's like
they're ranking past that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and they have like one person above me and one person below me. I think I'm like 326, or at least I was. So I'm pretty bad at Tron. 326. Woo!
Practice makes perfect.
Makes perfect. That game's hard, man. Once you get past the
what stage. Is with Tron? Yeah, it's the third stage. There's like a wall there. It's like I can play it to a point, and then it's like, to me it becomes impossible where I can't play it. Like I just don't know what to do, and I'd have to watch someone that was a lot better than me to learn what to do. But that's kind of where I'm at too with Tron.
Breaking those brick. I can do.
Which stage is the worst?
For me,
it's the light cycles. Like the light cycles always get me. Like in that game, the other stages I can get through them.
I can't get through the breaking those bricks or whatever.
Oh, the MP. What's it? The MCP cone.
MCP cone. Yeah, I can't get past. Yeah. I do the spiders. I can do the cycles. I can do the tanks. It's a damn freaking MCP.
Not console fanboy. My big blue, the control panel went down.
Did it really?
Yeah, it went out. I was playing it and just stopped working altogether.
Oh, you did
How
tell me
about
that.
no controls? And then actually Steps Gaming and Bobby Vu that was here in the chat. You know Bobby Vu? Bobby and Steps helped me diagnose it, and I found out it's the controller board that does because I could plug in controls from another arcade one up and play the game. I mean, get it started at least to make sure it was working. So my PCB is not bad. I just need a new control panel. But that happens. You know, arcades break. Like if you play them, if you really play,
Like
I'm
you.
serious. If you really play and you play these things aggressively, they do break. I mean, but it's not like that much technology. It's buttons and stuff. It's like, you know, but.
Have you heard anything back from, didn't you put a ticket in?
Yeah, I did put a ticket in. They said they're going to send me a new control panel, so I'm just waiting. So hopefully I'll have it. I don't know how long it will take, but
Brooklyn.
But I'm excited. I do like that cab. That's a very good cab. I got all the fighter cabs because, like I said, I want to play them online. Like if I'm going to play them, I want to play versus human. I want to play versus computer. I got Big Blue. I got Killer Instinct, and I got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I have all three of those from Arcade 1-Up.
Okay, I got one last pinball. As you can see, my light died.
Yeah.
The studio light died.
You
Pop up
saving the best for last? Let's see. Oh, I know what this is going to be. Haven't played it yet. They'll have it at Southern Fried Gaming. 100%.
To poison and destroy my brother. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Oh, yeah. I love Quentin Tarantino movies. Like this to me, like pulls the heartstrings for me. Yeah, I love Quentin Tarantino movies. I can't wait to play this. Honestly, I just cannot wait. I like that it's going back to like the classic pinball.
Yep.
It's got the Dick Dale music, the surf music.
Yep.
This looks amazing. I can't wait to try this pinball. This is literally right up my alley.
Look at that. Speaker grills.
Yeah, it's cool. It looks like a jukebox. It's amazing.
Got the topper. They actually move. Dance. I think they show it.
Man, this
Got the
movie
burger.
is so cool.
Yeah.
When we did the iiRcadians Retro 90s, we did a whole section on Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction was amazing. When it came out, it was so cool. So different from everything else that was out. And that's what Tarantino does well.
Yep.
He kind of does his own original thing, and he doesn't really follow the trend. That's why his movies are so good.
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool. And remember, like when this came out, John Travolta, this was kind of like a comeback for him.
Yeah.
He was kind of on his way out, and then there's a great documentary you can watch on the making of this pinball right now.
Pass watch.
250 lines of dialogue.
Yeah. Coming soon. So this ain't out yet.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell him. It's classic. When Quentin Tarantino demanded that this game was like this. The first version of the game, they were going to use just the poster art with Uma Thurman laying on the bed. You know, the classic Pulp Fiction poster for the movie. And Quentin Tarantino, like it went across his desk, and he said, "No, this is not it. This is not it." And that they listened, but very cool. Very cool. There's a really great documentary you can watch right now about this pinball. And it's pretty cool to learn all the history of how this machine was made. They got a lot of the original designers of some of the classic pinballs to actually make this machine.
Yep. Like that mark. Yeah, okay. Now, if you want to buy one of these, got to turn on my light. I can't see anymore. The limited edition is $9,500. And then the special is $8,000. So it's actually on the cheaper end.
Yeah, it's a middle tier.
So I mean, less than 10,000, you can get one of those.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Not bad. That is cool, man. If I had the money, man, that'd be one I would.
And the thing about pinball is, like, you got to play it. Like, I would never buy a pinball
True.
without playing it. Never, ever would I buy a pinball without playing it. Like
that one
believe it
there,
or not, one of my favorite pinballs that I really love is Deadpool. And Deadpool, it's about playing it, the way the game plays. It's not even the property. I mean, I do like Deadpool, okay, but the way the game plays is so amazing. The gameplay mechanics of when you're playing the pinball is what matters to me the most.
I mean, that one in Guns N' Roses, man, just the music alone would draw me towards it.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Just some classic music there.
It's funny, but like I was saying, it's not always how much it costs. Like Guns N' Roses is a lot more expensive than Deadpool, but I would rather have a Deadpool than a Guns N' Roses. Only because of the way the game plays. Like, the thing I don't like about Guns N' Roses is the launch mechanic's weird. But, you know, there are probably people that love that. You know, it's like, oh, it's different. There's no pinballs that launch like this. But, you know, for me, it's like, it depends on what you like. That's what I'm saying. Go play pinball. Go to events. You know, spend the money. It's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is, because, you know, all pinballs are, I mean, they're all different. Totally different.
They're all different. And you're not going to determine what you really like till you play a bunch of pinball.
Yep, something that you think you would like, you play it, and they're like, well, shit, this ain't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I totally see that.
Yeah. It's like The Godfather could be that way for me. Like, I love The Godfather. Godfather's like a movie that I love, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a great pinball. It could be a great pinball. It's a good license, but I mean, they're kind of independent. Like I said, that's the thing you learn about pinball. Some movies that are not great movies have great pinball machines. Like Last Action Hero is a great example of that. It's a fantastic pinball machine. You know,
I forgot I do have The Godfather.
Oh, let's check this one out. This one's interesting. I can't wait to play this pinball.
So this is The Godfather 50th anniversary from Jersey Jack Pinball.
Yeah, T2 pinball is great. I would put that on my top probably 10 pinball tables. The original T2.
You are invited to take a place.
The horse's head.
Nice.
You don't go against the family.
Jersey Jack Pinball pulls you back in to make you an offer.
Yeah, dropping 10,000 plus without seeing it in person is nuts. I would never buy pinball without playing it.
A complete jump to increase your strength and influence. Then go to the mattresses to carve out your piece of the city. But be warned, there are rules to this game. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
You know, when you really get deep into pinball, you do learn that there are certain designers that have a good track record. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I still would not go by that. I would have to play it because it's so much money you're putting into it. Look at that. That's cool with the machine gunners at the top.
Yep. Look at those legs on a collector's edition.
They used you know, the pinball knockers that make the loud click like when you get extra game. The machine gun sounds are two pinball knockers that just go rapid fire. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of pinball a pinball knocker, when it hits, the whole arcade can hear it. They have dueling pinball the solenoids. I mean the knockers on that to make the machine gun sounds. I can only imagine how loud that must be. I can't wait to check that one out.
Dropping 10K plus without seeing it in person is nuts. Yep. Wow, they really make these so detailed. They do make them so detailed.
Well, Jersey Jack is kind of known for that. Like, if you want really, like, you know, some of the pinball snobs would say, like, they're the most premium. You know what I mean? Because they're some of the most expensive pinball machines.
Ah, I got the price on this. Anybody want to know the price?
Yeah. Let me guess, 15 grand. For the deluxe one, or whatever they call it, the most deluxe one.
Collector's edition. You can't find a price. Can't find a price. Why?
Sold out. Sold out. Sold out. See what I'm saying? These people are like, the people that are into Jersey that are just so hardcore that they are the best of the best. not even available if you wanted one. That's crazy.
So this, where's that?
They do like one thing with this company. Look how big the screen is. Like for the video screen too, it's bigger than most of the other companies.
Yeah, look at it. Look at it.
It's gigantic. Yeah,
And
they're
this
cool. I mean, they're nice machines. Don't get me wrong. They are pretty machines. I've played a lot of Jersey Jacks at different pinball events. I mean, they are pretty machines. But all I care about is how the table plays. Really, when it comes down to it for me, though. As far as what I like in pinball.
So I'm taking, okay, so this one over here, this one is the limited edition. It's 12,000. This one over here.
It's just only 12,000. Only
12,000. And then that tells me this the collector's edition is probably around 16,000.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a lot of times they're about 4,000 apart.
Could be.
So you're looking at 15, 16,000. I mean, look at the even look at the legs, man.
That's
look
insane.
at the detail on the legs alone.
That's crazy. It's crazy. And you notice you get Vito. You get Vito Corleone on the side there. You get the extra. You get the Godfather himself. And on the other one, it's got all the other mokes. You know what I mean? You got all the other guys.
Yep. And the collectors, you just get him.
But you want to just get Marlon Brando. You got to shell out the big bucks.
This is crazy, man. But it is. It's a piece of art.
It is crazy. But it's a culture thing too. Like when you get into pinball, the people that are into it are really into it. They're really into it. The people that are into it.
And it's sold out for that much money. It's sold out. People are like, I want the limited edition. I want the collectors. Damn,
yeah, collector's edition. Yeah.
Can you buy me a collector's edition? Anybody out there?
Hey, I don't want to buy it. Can I just play it? Look here, I'll give you $2. I'll pay $4 to play it a few times. How's that sound?
And I wouldn't want nobody.
You can get the monthly notes on it.
I wouldn't want nobody to play it. Whoa! Don't be playing that, sucker. You might break it. There's 16,000 dropped in here.
Yeah, I hear you.
Get away!
Yeah. So you're telling me when I try to slap save the ball because it's going in the drain, I slap the hell out of the side of it to get it to pop out? You think they'll be upset?
Get away!
Hey, that's how you're supposed to play pinball. You slap save.
I
When
know.
it's going out, you take the side machine, you go whack, and you hit it hard.
Whoa,
That ball ricochets back onto the play field. What's his name? Jack Danger. Watch Jack Danger play. Watch what he does.
Man, 16,000, man. No, you're off limits. I'll play it. Oh, tap.
Yeah. Well, see, so all of a sudden, going to Southern Fried Gaming seems like the deal of the century. You know what I mean? You get to play all these tables without having to buy them all. You know?
That'd be awesome to play all these, especially how expensive they are, man. I ain't gonna buy any of those.
They really are fun, though. Like, when you get into pinball, and the thing is, certain skills, like when you learn how to nudge good and stuff, a lot of it carries over to almost all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I tilted a couple of times playing pinball.
They do make a Back to the Future, but once again, here's an example. I think it was Data East or somebody made it. It's a great license, but not a great pinball. No, they need to re-release. Like, someone needs to try. Like, Stern or someone should pick up that license and do something with it. But there is a Back to the Future, but it doesn't even have the people. Doesn't even have the actors' images on it. Does not have the correct people because they couldn't get the actors to sign off on it. They didn't want to pay the licensing.
Even that one
you can tell when you they have it at Wayback's Arcade. It's in my Wayback's Arcade tour. I filmed it in the Back to the Future pinball.
Yeah, you did.
That's what I'm saying. Pinball's weird. You'll have movies that are not good that have fantastic pinballs, and you'll have movies that are not good movies. Like I said, they'll have good pinballs. Then movies that are great movies that have bad pinball versions. Very weird that way. You can't really judge like the license versus how the game plays. It's two totally different things.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Yeah, I know. I think it kind of sucks too. Like Back to the Future, that would be a really good pinball. Stern should do that, or someone that can, or Jersey Jack, or one of the companies that could afford that license. I don't think Spooky could afford that. They're kind of a small outfit.
You got Scooby Doo.
They got Scooby-Doo. That's a cartoon, though. I mean, I hear you. That's a pretty good license. They got Halloween. It's a pretty big license. But
yeah, I was
think
trying
Back
to
to
go
the
through.
Future is a bigger license to me.
Yeah,
To me.
it was a pretty big film.
Yeah.
I was trying to go back, see if I could find that Back in the Future one. Is that it there? Yeah. Was it after Terminator?
I can't remember.
There's Popeye. That Popeye one looks cool.
Yeah, they're selling that one. I don't know if it's sold yet. I thought about, like I said, if I'm going to buy a pinball, I'll probably buy Old Williams. What do I buy first? This is my first pinball. Like a Gorgar or Firepower, or there's a short list of Williams tables that I love. I'd buy a T2 pinball.
There it is.
There it is right there. I'll freeze.
Ah!
Oh, you can't freeze it. Okay, you missed it, but like it's not the people. Like look if you go to the art, like freeze it right there on the back glass. I mean, that would drive me nuts. Every time I look at it, I'd be like, where's Michael J. Fox? You know?
He's right there.
That's not Michael J. Fox. It doesn't look like him at all. It looks like some dude wearing aviators. It does not even look like him. Doc Brown doesn't even look right. Look at Doc Brown.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah,
Brown, it looks like a totally different person.
Yeah, it looks like him. Look, they got the same jackets and stuff. Yeah, that's them.
Mm-hmm. Daddies, yeah.
Not. I know.
Yeah. I mean, they have the DeLorean. They have the DeLorean logo on the machine. Like, it has stuff from Back to the Future. They have the clock tower, but it's just not done well. So once again, it's like the pinball thing is so weird in that, like, the worst movies can have, like, not worse, but I mean, movies that were not huge movies have fantastic pinballs sometimes. It's like crazy. Like Hook is another one. Like, I mean, Hook's an okay movie, but I wouldn't say it was a mega blockbuster, you know, but the pinball's fun.
It drew some money.
Yeah.
Just because it was Peter Pan, I think.
Last Action Hero is definitely one sleeper hit, though. Like that game, that game is fantastic. Like when you play the pinball. So what you been up to, man? What's coming down the road, T?
Not much, man. There's a DeLorean there.
There it is, yeah. See DeLorean? You got the clock tower on there.
So that's all you got. So there is the Back to the Future.
Oh wait, there was Ghosts and Goblins. Wait, you saw there's the actual real Ghosts and Goblins arcade that New Wave Toys is putting out.
Oh yeah, there it is,
right there. It's the actual machine.
Yep, there it is.
And yeah, they are like super hardcore. Like as far as like having the controls perfect and the way the games look. They're really hardcore about that at Wayback's Arcade.
Yeah. And, who noticed that Ghosts and Goblins? Was that you, Brad, or somebody else?
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, because I remember it was in the lineup. WrestleFest, Ghosts and Goblins, Double Dragon.
Yep. And
then there's a Primal Rage on the other side of that.
And then Karate Champ is on there too.
Yeah.
Up, I do believe. There it is.
The Karate Champ has what's John Van Damme? It has Van Damme on it by the fist. There was like some autograph stuff they did to the marquee with Van Damme and the guy that fought him in Karate Champ was in some kind of movie or something. Bloodsport. It was in Bloodsport.
Yeah.
They got him to make a little thing on the marquee. It's pretty cool. But yeah. Karate Champ has to have the dual joysticks. That's the only way to play that game.
Yep. Yeah, I played
an early karate fighting game.
K2.
There's K2. Mm-hmm. Soul Calibur. Great fighting row. MK4.
You're the MK4
Real Machine. They have all the Mortal Kombat's 4. They have Ultimate. They have 2, and they have the original. They have all of them.
Yeah, nice.
The thing I realize about midway cabs is these cabs are gigantic. I mean, these things are monsters. When you go up to them, they're really big machines.
Look at them, man. They're all in a row.
They're yeah, they have them all. They had every one of the Mortal Kombats. Then Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Marvel vs. Capcom. They have a good row of fighters.
Yeah. That was a pretty good row right there. What, the heavy barrel machine?
You know what I've been up to?
What have you been
Modding
up to?
Dreamcasts. I did a video where I showed how you mod a Dreamcast shell, and you take it all apart and you make it into a cooler Dreamcast. Instead of that white PC color, remember the computers from the 90s where they were all that, like they get that white cream color? Like a Dell computer?
Yeah.
You can like get rid of that and have a cool color for your Dreamcast.
Console Fanboy did not like that Back to the Future. That's not Marty.
It is not. That's how I feel about it too.
Why is Deadpool so good? What's the pinball like?
It's fantastic. Deadpool is Jack Danger, who's an avid pinball, like a pro, almost like a pro level player. It's his favorite pinball of all time. The reason why it's so good is Deadpool, the pinball itself, all the play mechanics come from classic pinball. Like everything in that game was designed to have a feel of like the 80s pinballs, but with the modern twist of it being Deadpool. It's not the Deadpool from the movies either. It's a comic book version. It's its own thing. But it has like, you can do the like there's a bobblehead Deadpool in the middle of the play field. Then you shoot the ball in the middle and the ball will lock. It'll actually go in the I don't explain, the things that pop up and down lock the ball. But it's just a fun table. I mean, it's great. Deadpool is like, if I was to buy a table, a new one, I would probably buy a Deadpool. And I wouldn't get the premium, I'd get the pro. Because all the gameplay elements are pretty much there for the pro.
Are there?
The difference with the premiums, you get fancier like little gadgets on the table, but you can always mod those. You know, they have companies that do aftermarket mods too. You can do.
Where you get those toppers.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction. They're dancing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Okay, if you had all the money in the world, what pinball would you buy? Right now.
Don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Ask me when I get back from Southern Fried Gaming, and I'll give you an accurate answer.
Well, you went last year. Like, okay,
I can tell you. Okay, tables on my short list. If I was to buy a pinball, these are on my short list. Okay, there are certain ones that are too expensive. Like I could never afford them. Adam's Family, Twilight Zone. Wait a minute. Adam's Family, Twilight Zone.
Too expensive.
They're super collectible. The Elvira tables I like. Yeah. Especially I like Scared Stiff. If I was going to get an Elvira table, that's my favorite one. I like it more than even the new one. And then I would look at I like all the classic Williams tables. I like Gorgar. I like Firepower. Firepower 2 is not bad, but those two I like more. Gorgar and Firepower are favorites of mine. I like the original Gottlieb tables. I like Black Hole. I like Haunted House. And those tables are a little wider than normal and a little bit heavier than normal because they have the 3 play levels. Classic pinball I'd buy would be a Black Knight 2000. That's another good one. That's an old one. That's fun to play. There's quite a few. I'm probably missing a bunch of the ones that, Tales of the Arabian Nights. Once again, it's an old one, but it's expensive, pretty popular. Or, Circus Voltaire is another good one. But it's once again, these are old pinballs that are expensive because they're super collectible. People pay a lot on those.
Yeah, I can see that. Kiss. Gray says Kiss would be his to get. Yeah, that Kiss one's pretty good. I played that thing several times. Not bad. SJ says, can't wait for my new wave toys.
Actually, that's going to be kind of a rogue thing, but Godzilla is a very good pinball. That would be I think that's in my top 5 probably. The Godzilla Premium. not the Pro, the Premium, because you need the one where the building goes up and down. You know, the Pro, I don't think the building collapses, but the whole building going up and down thing is the coolest part of the pinball. It has like a lot of good features. It has the Magna Lock, where if something's magnetic and it locks the ball. You know, Godzilla's a good one. I really like this really old pinball called Black Knight and Black Knight 2000. I like those a lot. Black Knight was the first pinball that had 3 levels. I mean, multi-level pinball. It was 2 levels on Black Knight. And it was one of the early ones that had multi-ball. And then Black Knight 2000 is just a really fun table. It's got this cool music that plays.
Yeah, those multi-ball ones are hard, man. I could never. I played I think I played a 3 multi-ball one. I was able to keep 2 going for a little while. Couldn't do 3. It was like beyond me there, but I could keep 2 for a little bit. That's hard.
The thing is, like the old school ones, like you just to get the ball, just get the game to multi-ball, you had to know how to lock all the balls and the different spots on the pinball machine. And to me, that gives them a lot of play value. You know, the fact that it's challenging. You know, some of the new pinballs, like you can almost instantly multi-ball them. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, for example, by Stern. The thing multi-balls, if you pick, I think if you pick one of the certain characters, it automatically multi-balls. It's like instant multi-ball. So like, I mean, some of the older tables, you really have to earn it a lot more, you know? Yeah. But it doesn't matter to me. I like all type ages of pinball though too. I can appreciate all the differences, you know?
Okay, did you answer Council Fanboy? When will you pull a trigger on MK Deluxe? $299, $399? You love it. No riser. Will you pull a trigger on MK Deluxe?
I don't know. I mean, probably like $299 would be pretty easy to just like definitely get it. Maybe $399. I mean, you know.
I'm looking for Pac-Man Deluxe for $200 off.
So yeah, that'd be $300.
$299. That's what I'm looking.
You know, I bought my Namco. Like one of my first videos I did was like, I see you got the Namco Legacy. I have the same cab. That was one of the first videos I did when I started YouTube. And I think like the $300 price point for me is sweet. Like that's where I feel like I'm getting like my money's worth. You know, I realize that's probably a good bit off on what Arcade went up once out the gate, but for me that's a sweet spot. You know.
Well, that's where I got. My Street Fighters 2, when I turned into Mr. Do, was $300, and my Pac-Man was $300.
Yeah, so you're the same thing, you know.
Yep.
I mean, that makes them like the value is right where it should. Like that's about where I think it's perfect for that. But
one thing I did notice on Phil from PD7 when he did his class of '81, that marquee man actually looked really, really good.
It does look. It looks like they're improving some, you know, which is good.
Well, I think too is because it's black. I think that really helped them. But yeah, it looked really good. I mean, it's probably the best marquee I've seen, except for Pac-Man. I mean, Pac-Man's evil, but I was kind of impressed.
I would rather have a Miss Pac-Man looking cab than a class of 1981 cab for several reasons. The main reason though for me is because it's not using the real ROM. Like if you're arcade rat like me and you know about arcade games, the class of 1981 ROM had like the regular and the speed up versions of Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and Pac-Man. So I mean, it makes it something different than what that machine is. But I mean, I understand, you know, people still like it, but I saw someone put out a video. Kessel's Arcade put out a video on the class of 1980. There was someone in there that was saying Pac-Man, this Pac-Man doesn't play right. I found that interesting. I'm not sure, but they were insisting that Pac-Man was off, but because the patterns don't work in it, they were saying.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh,
I don't know. I don't play patterns when I play Pac-Man, but this person was insisting that it was broken, like it wasn't working the way it should. But I don't know. I don't know the game that well. There are people that do though. You know, there are people that know like all the tricks. You know, and they actually do a set pattern. There's a spot on Pac-Man where you can just like stay, and then the ghost will never get you. The AI, it's a glitch.
Yeah, I remember where that was, man. I used to read books on that shit, man. I mean, I
it's
wouldn't
like
buy
you
the
go
book.
right up. As long as the ghosts don't see you, they'll never find you. And
Yeah.
like people used to use that trick to go like to the bathroom that were playing for high scores. You could just park the Pac-Man there and just walk away. And if no one moves it, you won't die. It's crazy. There's all kind of crazy stuff with these old games, but I'm not that deep into it. Like I can play good though on classic arcade games because I play them a lot.
Yeah, PD7 did the review on the Class 81. That it was pretty good. Check that review out, people. If you haven't checked it out, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
And the screw caps actually are different colors on that one too. They had pink and blue. On
now, I heard someone said that there was like something with like the panel bows in the middle on the Class of 81, but I haven't heard that from anyone that reviewed it.
I mean, how would it bow though? Because especially how I see how they're put together.
I don't know. I heard there was a couple of posts I saw, but I don't know. It seems overall though that they're going the right direction, you know.
So what do you think the real reason is? I don't believe the hype that Miss Pac-Man got stolen. Come on. There's no way that freaking machine got pulled. That Miss Pac-Man Deluxe, they were like, oh, they got stolen. They didn't get no damn stolen. But what do you really think happened with that Miss Pac-Man Deluxe?
I just think they didn't want to put it out Miss Pac-Man and Class of 1981 because
they figured that one would sell better. They figured this one would sell better, I think.
But you know, I mean, the graphics are better. Like I would rather have a Miss Pac-Man looking machine, but that's just me. You know,
I would too. I mean, I like Galka and all.
You know, they'll come out with another one. They got the license. They'll come out with this. You know, a year from now, next year, they'll drop another one. It'll probably be the Miss Pac-Man design. You know, I don't know. That's been what I wanted to have in my arcade. I have not bought. I mean, like I you know, I have a Pac-Man. I have a Street Fighter. I have a Marvel vs. Capcom. You know, I have a Killer Instinct. You know, Miss Pac-Man is one of the ones that is on my short list to get eventually. I don't know. You know, there's certain games that you really love. Like you got Dragon's Lair and Tron. Those are good. Those have a lot of nostalgia, you know. Then you mod them out. You make them a lot more cooler, you know.
Yeah, I got the waterfall deck on Dragon's Lair.
But I like 80s games, and I like 90s fighters are good for arcade games.
I haven't did anything with my Tron machine back there. I replaced the spinner because I had to.
Spinner, yeah.
I had to because it broke. I'm not even playing it, which is weird. And the only thing I've done really, if you don't count the spinner, is I got the new marquee.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I can play Miss Pac-Man. Don't get me wrong. I can play it on my Legends Ultimate. I can play it on a million ways. But like, I wouldn't mind having a Miss Pac cab. That would be cool.
Yeah, I got Miss Pac-Man on my Mr. Do back there.
Yeah. And once you have the gate switcher where you can get the perfect 4-way, it plays perfect pretty much.
It plays. I have it. I got the.
Yep, you press the button, man. Instant 8-way and 4-way switching. I mean, once you have that, like all of a sudden, like all these games play really well because you got the perfect controls. You just hit a button and it switches, and it's actually physically locked into a 4-way or 8-way.
Anybody mounting cabinets have multi games on there? You got to get that restrictor gate from Glenn's retro show. The thing is
it's
awesome.
A good product.
Easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
papabrad has done a install on it. I've done an install on it. So I mean, if you don't know how to do it, it's real easy to do. But you can check out our video.
Really good for a multicade. I mean, if you have a multicade, you should think about getting it. It's really good. It's worth it. It makes the games play so good. Like Pac-Man with it is like night and day because you don't miss your moves when you're trying to if you have an 8-way stick when you hit the diagonal, it misses the move. So really the 4-way is the way you want to go.
Is Namco Dig Dug Legacy worth $399? Considering that one. What's on that?
Has the TN monitor though. Isn't the monitor washed out on that one? I'd probably wait it out on the. I mean, I think they're going to make some more cabs. They have to.
I think all those.
I can't deal with a monitor that doesn't look good. I mean.
I think a lot of those ones that they've already come out, they will come out with the deluxe. I really do. Like Miss Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galka. I think a lot of those they will come out with a deluxe.
Yeah. I mean, those are kind of evergreen. I mean, Those are evergreen games. People love those. Yeah.
Are you guys getting FF Cab next month?
I won't be. I won't be. And, you know, a lot of the driving thing for me, like I got the driving games for my grandkids because, like, I spend 2 hours in a car every day. The last thing I want to do when I get home is grab a wheel and drive some more. You know, it's like I just had enough driving. You know, anything but that. You know, but that's my personal thing. So,
yeah. I mean, you know, if you wanted a Dig Dug, not in, you know, or at least play Dig Dug, Pac-Man is the way to go because the Dig Dug.
The Namco Legacy has a lot of good games. I mean, you get Pac-Man, you get Dig Dug, you get Galaga. Those are 3 great arcades. If you like classic arcade, those are good ones. I mean, everyone loves Galaga, you know, Pac-Man and Dig Dug. Those are good games. Those will always hold up. And
you go, and if you don't want, I mean, make it a little customized. Too. Yeah, you can customize a little too. You go to John Sable's and you can get the Dig Dug marquee for it. I'm thinking about buying that for my Pac-Man back there. Get the Dig Dug marquee. I love that marquee, man.
Yeah.
And you can just slip it right on over Pac-Man because you're not going to see Pac-Man. Pac-Man won't come through. You'll just see the white. So that's kind of cool one that you can actually slip on different marquees on that one.
Yeah.
And then if you can always put side art on it too. I mean, but
yeah, it's a lot of work to reskin a cab though.
Yeah. You can always at least get the marquee though. I mean, you know how, you can always keep it yellow and put the side art on there. Wouldn't look right, but you can always get the marquee though. I think I'm going to buy the Dig Dug marquee though. Dig Dug's.
Yeah, Dig Dug 2 does suck.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I tried to play that, man.
That game is trash.
Yeah. Trash.
Trash game.
I tried to play it.
I can't. Why bother?
Try.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yep, it's trash, man. I thought it would be a cool game. And I'm like, I got to give it a little. I got to play it a little bit. I actually got Dig Dug playing back there right now.
Hey, look, we got Super Metal Gamer Man. Now this guy is cool. I don't know if you've checked out his channel. This guy has some cool videos. I've really enjoyed his content. He did this one video where he shows like almost every kind of arcade button you could put in a machine. It was so awesome. I loved it. I shared it on my channel too. But this guy makes some good videos. Shout out to Super Metal Gamer Man. If you are not subscribed, do yourself a favor. Go to his channel right now. This guy has really good home arcade content. He has a lot of cool videos. He has a video where he's playing Marvel vs. Capcom from his couch. Pretty cool stuff. Give him a sub. This guy, like Super Metal Gamer Man, that's for you. Been enjoying your content. I just wanted to give you a shout out. Thanks for being here.
Nice. Yeah, I have to check him out, man. Check him out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about that.
I would think they would have a couple of those games on there, you know, for the Fast and Furious. You would think they would have in there like a Tokyo Drift. There's like a couple different versions of it. It seems like
they have quite a few. I mean, they have quite a few. I was looking at it up today, and I mean, there's a lot of Fast and Furious. I mean,
I know they have it's like a series of like Raw Thrills games.
I mean, it starts at 2004. I went all the way up to 2015. There's at least 5 or 6 games of Fast and Furious. Mm-hmm. So they could put all those on there. I didn't realize Fast and Furious had that many games out there.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised.
I don't know. It's almost like you know what's crazy about racing games though? Like arcade racing games, are they really where it's at? I'm going to give you my viewpoint on this. Okay, arcade racing games are designed when you get a quarter, and you're definitely going to eventually die and run out of life. It's a limited time. They don't want you sitting on that machine forever. So it's going to get hard enough that 99% of the people will be knocked off by the second race. Most arcade racing games will let you get through the first race, but the second race are designed where they're going to pretty much knock you out or you have to continue. That's what I find. But is that really the ticket? I mean, home consoles where you really drive, where you're driving more. I mean, it seems to me that's where the magic is, you know, because you're actually getting to drive the vehicle longer. What do you think about that? That's why I think like the buy stuff arcade thing is kind of cool that they have for the Ridge Racer. Because, like, you know, a game like Daytona is pretty fun because, you know, you get to play for a while.
Yep. I mean, look all this. Look at all these Fast and Furious games they have. Now, they're not all of them arcade, but I mean, look at how many they have.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Fast and Furious was this big of a
franchise. It's a huge franchise.
Look, I mean, you got 6, you got Showdown. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at all these 3D. You got 7.
The Fast and Furious, the phone game.
I mean, I didn't realize how big they are. So, I mean, there's a lot of games that go. There's your Drift. 2010. Apple and Microsoft. I mean, there's a lot of Fast 2 Furious. I mean, so yeah, there's definitely quite a few games they could put on that cab. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many they put on that cab. If they go about 3, 5. I mean, are you gonna? They could put all 7 on there. It'd be interesting to see.
I don't think it would go as much as 7. I'm thinking 3 would make sense for them. You know, that's about like what they would normally do.
Right.
I mean, if it's a 1-game cab, that's a pretty tough sell.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no reason why
cab is a tough sell.
Yeah, 1 game would be bullshit because they have so many different games on there.
You know, I have the Ridge Racer cab, and the games are too much the same in that cab. Is my problem with it. You know, it's like it's not really a problem. I mean, it is pretty much that. That is the way the game is designed. The first race you'll get through, but they get so hard so quick. And arcade racers tend to be that way. I don't know.
So what games are on that Ridge Racer?
Well, you got Ridge Racer. You've got Rave Racer, which is like a little cooler. I like that one a little bit more, actually. Then they have one that's like kind of like an F1. I have to go look, but they're more, the games on that cab are all very similar to each other. I find I think it has Rad Racer too. There's like a couple different ones, but I was surprised. Like I thought I would like Ridge Racer the most, and I like Rave Racer. It's probably only because there's a woman that comes on that's kind of hot when the game starts. That's probably the only reason I like that game more. But I swear, whenever I'm like putting a game on just to have a game on, I put that one on. I don't know why. Ace Driver and Ace Driver 2. Thank you, Super Metal Gamer Man. I knew he would know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played those. I didn't play a whole lot of.
You know what's surprising me too with the Ridge Racers? The wheel feels pretty good, and the stick shifter, as tukey as it looks, feels pretty good. It's not bad. The pedals are not. You know, they're not fantastic. I'll be honest. The pedals are not that great, but I mean,
that was their first cab too. That's the first one they ever did, so makes sense that they're not. Yeah, it'd be interesting seeing how Fast and Furious, if there's any improvement on the gas pedal.
Yeah, I hope they improve that part of it because that part could be improved a lot. The wheel mechanic, the wheel works good though. I found the wheel was really nice. It's like a rubbery material. Have you played the actual cab, the Ridge Racer ever?
No.
It's not
Cruising USA is the one I played.
Cruising USA? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one I played. I love that game. And Pole Position. I played Pole Position too.
Yeah.
One up needs at least have two games on the FF cab. I think they'll have more than 2. I think they'll at least have 3. Because there's definitely more than 3 in the franchise. So
yeah.
So that I see putting 3 or more on there. You think they'll put? I mean, who makes Fast and Furious? I can't remember. Is it Sega who makes that?
Raw Thrills, huh?
Oh,
I think it's a Raw Thrills game.
Yeah. You want to buy one of those? You can buy a Raw Thrills arcade.
Yeah.
For Fast and Furious.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive. I was looking those up yesterday.
Not
It's like,
always. You'd be
damn.
surprised. Sometimes they give those things away too, though. Like the
Yeah,
racing
really?
cabs, like they'll like I've heard people get them for like $200 for like
What?
because the reason why is because they're so damn big. Like they weigh a
Huge.
ton. They're hard to transport, and when people want them gone, they want them gone almost at any cost. So I mean, I find that those cabs they tend to dump.
Wow.
The really big, heavy racing cabs. I mean, if you're patient, you can pick up a deal on them.
How about that one
Not
right
that,
there?
not a brand new one like that. I mean, oh boy, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I can't go here. This is a whole other show if we're going to talk about these particular types of games. Like the kind of games they have at a Dave and Buster's, I can do a whole show on that. Let's save that. Put that in the bank. That's a papabrad. You could do a whole show. I can tell you about everything that's wrong with all these games.
And that sucker.
Now that yeah, cruising's great.
Sneak peek to another arcade talk.
Yeah, we could do a whole show on the current state of commercial arcades.
That Raw Thrills, you know. If you want to go check them out, man, it's just, some of those things are amazing up there, and how expensive they are. Holy shit!
They are.
And you know why I was checking that stuff out was because of PD7 with his walk and talk. He was showing those things off the not Dragon's Lair, Jurassic Park and stuff. He was showing those. He's like, Raw Thrills make these. I'm like, I want to look that up. I'm like, holy shit, that things are expensive.
You know, one of the cool things about Raw Thrills, though, one of the main people in it is the guy that created Robotron. He's one of the main people at Raw Thrills.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, Eugene Jarvis, and he's designed several of my favorite games of all time. So, you know, as much you know, it's not hate for the creators or anything. It's just like I just don't like the direction on a lot of those big stupid. I call them big stupid games because they're just gigantic like games, and like you cannot win. Like don't give me a Space Invaders that automatically kills me, and there's no possible way to win, and then give me 2 tickets. That to me as a fan. Yeah, or wait, I played really good. I got 8 tickets. Okay, as a fan of arcade, nothing to me is more of a downer than that. It's like that's taking away the skill element. If it's designed where it automatically kills you, I mean, I don't know. That's a whole show. We'll do a show. We have to do a show on that. I got to get my ducks in a row, and I'll present my case.
Yeah, I mean those games. I mean, you saw the motorcycle one. Fast and Furious. Yeah, those things are something else, man. I mean, the price tag.
This arcade is $20,000 for this Walking Dead arcade. It has a crossbow, and you walk into like a little environmental cab. I mean, that's one of the ones that I hate a little bit less. But I mean, like some of them are just like
they're crazy.
They are crazy.
I didn't realize. I mean, I kind of knew they existed because I don't go to Dave and Buster's and all that. I mean, I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese with my son, and they didn't have anything like that. But I knew they existed. But man, I didn't realize how expensive they were.
They are.
I was like, hey, maybe I'll maybe buy one of those Raw Thrills. I was like, no, maybe not.
Yeah.
They don't make small versions.
No.
So I thought maybe they made small versions too, but they don't. It's just like, damn. Yeah, Jurassic Park one, man, was awesome looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, big price tag there. But yeah.
Well, they get big licenses and stuff, but
cool though. I mean, it's cool to see it though. I mean, you know, just like some of those pinball machines, like the tank one. It's neat to see that stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy on the price tags. It's like the pinball tank one. I think it was what did I say? It was 15,000.
Yeah.
Looked like a real tank. I'm like, what the freak?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll see that one down at the.
Yeah, they'll have them all.
Convention.
They have it all. They have it all. I have no doubt.
And I guarantee everything. They'll have that one.
I'll be filming it all. Like when I go to make content. I'll have it all on YouTube.
And you know, those guys seemed, American Pinball with the tank. They seemed pretty approachable. You might be able to get those, because I guarantee they'll have that one tank that actually moves with the remote control.
Yeah, well, the company that brings all the Stern machines, Marco Pinball, they had me on a little segment on the when I went. It was fun.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I'll make it this year, man. So I'm looking to move down to North Carolina. Depends where we're at with the move situation.
Yeah.
If I don't make it this year, I'll definitely make it next year, man.
Star Wars is a good cab for an arcade one-up. You can't go wrong with the Star Wars. I would highly recommend. Even the new one. I like it. You can do a lot with it. It's a fun cab. I would recommend Star Wars.
I got the new control deck.
Check out the mods on your channel to take it to the next level. But it's great. It's a good. It's a good simulation of Star Wars Atari Arcade.
SJ says, "Screw Dig Dug for now. I need Star Wars before it's too late."
Yeah.
Yeah. You would not be disappointed with the Star Wars one. It's probably one of the best cabs they've done, especially this new one.
I agree. Yeah, the only thing that's better is the Be Calm modded one. If you can swing that, it's even better. But I mean, the regular Star Wars is a good cab.
I would love to see the side of Brad to go off on games. Brad, no joke. Do that video. Bet you would be good. It's that raw thrill stuff. Goofy Foot. Okay, that's my next mod. I'll sell. Ticket dispenser. I'll post it on TikTok since that's the ticket redemption generation.
Yep, that is.
Yeah, you guys can't see my Star Wars right now. I'm trying to move the camera a little bit there.
Yeah.
You can see the waterfall control deck. Got from Mod One Up. I think it's awesome.
Beautiful. Yours is all decked out. And then you got the 3D mod too. You got the 3D mod with the shrouding, the real arcade.
And this right
here.
You
got the 3D mod. Yeah, you're just used to looking at it, but it doesn't come that way. No, that's all modding. It's awesome.
Yeah. Then you got this thing's awesome. No more plastic for me, suckers.
Yeah, no more plastic. Coin doors lit up.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Got the Dragon's Lair waterfall effect too on this one.
Do you have a deck protector on that? Is there a deck protector on that? What kind of deck protector is there on there?
Hell no.
That's right. Yeah, no real arcades don't use deck protectors. That plastic shit sucks.
Yeah, I got the real stuff
on it. That's not the way a real arcade should be. iiRcade doesn't have a deck protector. Come on now.
Yeah, it even has the same texture. Mod One Up, man.
AtGames doesn't have a deck protector. That's just a piece of plastic. Why would you do that? That's going backwards.
Yep. Dude, I love that Mod One Up. I wish they would do even the non-waterfall ones. They're great. I mean, I love it. I mean, the Star Wars, you don't really touch it because you didn't get the flight yoke, but the Dragon's Lair. The nice thing about the Dragon's Lair too is if anybody played this, because this is a small control deck, and that plastic, man, would hurt your finger, your hand, like right here.
Yeah. I hate that. I will say this. I don't like that. Like on the Killer Instinct, it's downright painful. It's got sharp edges on it. Now I heard you can sand just very lightly to the edge, so it doesn't have that sharp edge. But I don't know.
I just love this. And the nice thing about this one too is, which Arcade One Up, they could have done easily. You know, you got the control deck going up to your monitor, which is
really like a real Dragon's Lair has that. Yeah. The waterfall deck. Isn't it called the waterfall? The waterfall deck design. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, Arcade One Up could have done that because if you look at the back of their
looking back, I think the first conversation me and you had was about Dragon's Lair.
Of course, man.
Back when you were doing the Dragon's Lair stuff, I think that's when I first talked to you. That's crazy. Now we're on a show together. How cool is that?
I know. Yeah, I think that is the first one.
I love Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair is one of my. It's a favorite of mine too. It is. You either love it or you hate it. I mean, I understand both. Both viewpoints. It's just a movie that you play, but it's also a nostalgia thing. If you were in that time period, you got to remember, I mean, we were playing Galaga. I mean, we walked in, we saw Dragon's Lair. Our jaw dropped. You know, it was like we didn't think this would be possible. I'm playing a Disney movie. You know, and I'm playing better than Disney. I'm playing a Dungeons and Dragons where I get to be the hero, and I get to, you know, at the end of the game, I get to hook up with Marilyn. Who was it? Marilyn Monroe is who Daphne was modeled after.
Yeah, Marilyn. Yeah.
I mean, it was magical for its time period. You know,
I was controlling a cartoon character.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what my thoughts were.
Yeah, Don Bluth said he had the Marilyn Monroe Playboy was open when he was animating Daphne to get the look. That's crazy.
SJ says great thing about DL Mod 1-Up that hides
Marilyn Monroe.
Yep. Mod 1-Up's waterfall hides the Arcade 1-Up logo on the cab.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is, I was saying is Arcade 1-Up could have done almost the same thing as this cab, or the control deck, because they bezel all their control decks, right? Yeah. All they had to do is bezel that one a little bit more, and it would have rose up onto the freaking monitor like that does. It wouldn't look the same, but it would have been close. Just one simple thing they just don't want to do. But yeah, I mean, first video you ever watched of mine was my Dragon's Lair review.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Dirk.
Yeah.
There's Dirk. I see it over there.
Yeah. That's my Dragon's Lair. But I mean, yeah.
Oops.
That's really good side art. I don't know if I can see it. I have it sandwiched in here so tight. Yeah, I can't get to it. Oh, well. Yeah. The side art's really cool. I wish I had more room.
I love my Dragon's Lair. And if people didn't know that red T-moding, I did myself. It did not come that way from Arcade 1-Up. Even though Arcade 1-Up said they were going to come out with two versions, black T-moding and red T-moding.
You just did it yourself. You did it yourself. You made it happen.
Cheap, $10 for roll tape. Yeah. And it looks good. I mean, looks pretty good. I'd like it.
So we're at 3 hours, 18 minutes. I think we've done our tour of duty, sir. How do you feel about it?
You're ready to be out of here?
What? Yeah, probably.
I will take one of those tickets dispensers. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. Oh man, it's 12:30, dude. That's
what I'm saying. Time flies, huh? Time flies. Yeah. We said we're going to talk about pinball. We ended up talking about Arcade 1-Up. We did talk about a bunch of stuff.
I know we did Arcade 1-Up, pinball.
Yeah, I'm so glad we had a lot of cool people join us. We had Sam, we had SJ Miola, Super Metal Gamer Man. Please go subscribe to his channel. We had Sam. He's cool.
Check him out.
Goofy Foot's always cool to have on a stream. Thank you for joining us. We had Console Fanboy in here. Thank you, Console Fanboy, for joining us for this stream. We had Carl O.
We had a bunch of people. SJ says,
common sense.
Yeah, common sense. SJ says there was actually a Dragon's Lair themed slot machines in the casinos for a short time. Yeah, I can see that.
I don't want to say this wrong. DEI Daywan Gray, is that right? DEI, how would I say that? D or Day? Daywan Gray?
Yeah, it's Daywan Gray. It's
Daywan Gray. Yeah, okay, well, thank you for joining us, Daywan Gray.
Yeah, he's awesome. If you're in the lightsabers, go check out Daywan Gray, man. He
had Outrun the Neon Sun popped in for a moment. Thank you.
PD7 popped in.
PD7, yeah. Julie May. I'm just going back. I want to make sure we shout out some of the people. Thor KC was with us for a little bit. Thank you, Thor.
Common Sense. Yeah. We had a bunch of people in there tonight. Awesome, man. We just ran too long.
Yeah, it was fun. We ran too long. I'm like, we need to do an hour show. And now here we are again, 3 hours and 20 minutes.
We just talking.
I'll come back, I promise. I'm not going anywhere.
We just ramble on.
It was fun. We do ramble on. That's we just love this stuff. I love arcades and I love pinballs. I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. We love this stuff. This is a hobby that we love doing. You know, that's why we're here, because we enjoy this stuff.
SJ said this was fun. Thanks, man. Goofy Foot, fun as always. Chat, thanks, guys. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with us, man. It wasn't for you guys, man. We wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for the community. I wouldn't be doing this stuff.
Man, this is awesome. I'm just getting into this too, man. I've only been doing this for. Actually, I've been doing it for a year now, but.
I know, but you have your other channels gigantic. I mean, this is like, you know, the other content you do is how much? You had 140,000 views on that one video.
Yeah, 144K. Yeah,
144,000 views. I couldn't imagine having a video that did that. I mean, that's a whole other level. So.
Yeah, I got 7 on the other channel, man. I got seven videos now over 100K. Never thought it'd be possible. But
awesome.
The thing is, this channel here would not exist if it wasn't for that one, because all this stuff you see behind me,
that's what paid for it.
YouTube paid for this. My PC, my monitors.
This is the home that YouTube built for you.
Yeah,
hey,
and this is what I want to do in the beginning.
Good, you know. Don't put content creators in any kind of box. I mean, we're people. We have different hobbies. We're not just one thing, you know. I mean, we do a lot of stuff. You know, we might be into Star Wars. You never know.
Like this,
we might collect lightsabers. You never know. You know, we're into different stuff. You know, it's good. We're not one dimensional.
People want to know what this thing is right next to me. I'm gonna be coming out with the video. BD. Check out my video. It's going to come out this weekend. It's going to have this BD unit. Star Wars reviews.
Yeah. Maybe I'll poll my community and see if they want me to do more walk and talks. I really was just doing that as a tribute to PD7, but if my community wants me to do walk and talks, I'll do a few more.
There's quite a few people on the stream tonight said you need to do more.
I know. I heard that. I've been hearing that. I was surprised.
I might have to do one dedicated to you and Phil.
Yeah, 5 guys. Yeah, my 5 guys. You know what videos do good for me? Like dolphins. Like I have a dolphin video with like 5,000 views. It's just this picture of a dolphin. It's like a short video of a dolphin. You never know. YouTube is insane. It's insane.
Comes with animals, man.
It's randomized to a certain extent. That's the thing about shorts. I find they're randomized. Like you can do a short that you think is going to do great, and it'll get like 20 views. And then you can do a short that took like 2 seconds to do, and it'll get like 5,000 views. You know, it's just kind of randomized, but that's the fun of it. You know.
Yeah, you just got to get in that algorithm.
Yeah, if it gets picked up the right way. I don't know how it works, but
I don't either. But if you have animals,
it's fun.
But it seems like if you have animals involved, you have a good chance to get in there. Because any ones I have
animals,
yeah,
animals and dolphins apparently.
That's an animal too. People love dolphins.
They do.
People love dolphins, man. Yeah, because I've done some dog ones, like some of the dogs I walk. I've done some little shorts with those, and those always do well. Those 2 dogs.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah.
All right, we're gonna call it quits for the night.
Yeah. So be sure to check out Papa Brad's Kittens and Dolphin Show.
There we go.
That will be coming soon.
All right. So there was no Dan's AA live stream this week, which are always on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, right? There was no them. Papa Brad, no iiRcadians this week.
No. iiRcadians will be released when we have something to talk about. Like I don't feel like I want to do like a show just to do a show all the time. I mean, when I have news or something to talk about, I will pull together the iiRcadians.
And then
they're not going. They're all my friends. They're not going anywhere. We're solid. The iiRcadians will always be around.
Yeah. So Brooklyn Menace Friday night arcade show. You guys doing that tomorrow night?
I think so. Yeah, that's pretty much a set thing.
What time is that?
We'll say 9:30
Eastern.
I think so.
So anybody still in the chat, check out
it's kind of
Friday night arcade show tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully, see you
Yeah,
guys
we
over
just kind
there.
of hang out and play games. It's fun.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. You guys do that fight thing too.
Oh, the
What's it
game
called?
fight. Yeah, the game
Yeah.
fight is really cool. I love the game fight. Yeah, we put we were putting all the shmups against each other, all the shoot 'em ups. Brooklyn hates when I call them shmups, but all the shoot 'em ups we're putting against each other since they have so many good ones on iiRcade. And it's fun. It's fun to talk about that, why you like one over another. And the thing that's cool is it flips because the panel has to unanimously agree that one game is better than another, or it goes to the chat. And then the chat actually will decide which game wins or loses. And a game, once it gets 2 strikes, it's removed from the list. Kind of a combination of a bunch of stuff. Brooklyn came up with a good idea. It uses a wheel to randomly select the 2 games. And then the games get striked out eventually. But
Yeah, that's how
there's
that's.
lots of cool stuff. I cover a lot of iiRcade stuff. If you like iiRcade, I mean, most people know who I am.
That's how the Sync Dragons won last week.
Yeah. That's a good game too. That's hard.
It's pretty neat too. It's neat too because you guys let the chat vote on it, so it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it is. It is good.
Okay,
It is good. You never know what's going to happen. It's interesting.
So hopefully, see you guys there tomorrow night. I definitely try to get over there. I was there last week. It was a lot
You're
of
always
fun.
welcome.
Hopefully, see everybody over there. If I'm not over there, everybody have a great weekend. Happy Easter to everybody who celebrates
Absolutely.
Easter. Papa Brad's off for the next 4 days?
Week. I'm off for a week. 7
Oh, you're off
days.
for a week.
Yeah,
So the whole
week.
next week.
Whole week, man.
Yeah.
It's good to be a teacher.
And it is glorious.
It's glorious, right?
It is glorious.
I know.
And it is glorious.
I got a bunch of that stuff.
Well, that's pretty cool. Do you have one of those little things that you touch it and it says stuff?
Yeah, mine's based on
That's cool. That is cool.
got my own meme board. I used to have a bunch of stuff on there. I deleted it all.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't have one of those, but that's cool.
Trying to dedicate it to this channel now.
Okay.
I got the
I know what that is. That's a boot up from a Dreamcast. I hear that in my sleep sometimes. Yeah, I know what that sound is.
Yep. All right, guys. Everybody have a great weekend.
Take care.
Have a great Easter. Hopefully see you guys tomorrow night on Papa Brad and Brooklyn Menace.
Yep. Friday night arcade show tomorrow night.
9:30 p.m. Eastern. See everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys.
Yep. Kitten Shorts coming soon.
Thanks, Papa Brad, for co-hosting tonight.
Absolutely. Always. You can always count on me.
Appreciate you, man.
Anytime.
T. McCluskey presents Arcade Talk live stream.
Now we hear you go.